place. In fact, I know it. He told me that on Friday. And if they do, it'll be really marvelous, considering they did it without Mike Bossy.
3 home games in this stretch, beginning tonight with the Edmonton Oilers. Then you have the Philadelphia Flyers and the Washington Capitals coming in Tuesday and Thursday of next week. Now a special presentation. Let's join Rich Kahn for the introductions.
To select this season's Islanders' most valuable player. The results are in and tabulated, and here to present the Sports Channel Islanders' most valuable player award for this season is Sports Channel analyst Ed Westfall.
Thank you. Thank you, Rich. Of the 2,000 Sports Channel subscribers that voted this year, not so surprising that they chose one of the outstanding centermen, and not only to play here regularly, but in the National Hockey League, Bryan Trottier. Bryan.
I'd just quickly like to thank Sports Channel for making this award possible, my teammates for their support, coaches, the fans who all voted. Had Patty or Brent won, they would be equally deserving. But a special thank goes to my wife, Nikki, who makes all those great pre-game meals. Thanks, babe.
Yes, I will.
So Sports Channel's Islander of the Year, as selected by you, our viewing audience, is number 19, Bryan Trottier. We'll be ready for the opening face-off between the Islanders and the Oilers right after these messages. Grant Fuhr will be in the nets tonight for the Edmonton Oilers. Fuhr with a record of 39 wins, 23 losses, 8 ties, a career record of 6-5-3 in regular season action against the New York Islanders. He has shut out the opposition 4 times this season. Kelly Rudy has shut out opponents 3 times. Brings into the game a 3.29 goals against average and a career record of 1 win, 5 losses, and 4 ties in regular season play against the Oilers. That's Terry Gregson. He'll referee tonight. Joining him are Mark Vines and Ray Scapanello as the linesmen. Oilers defending the zone to the left, the Islanders to the right. Bryan Trottier comes into the middle to take the draw. Crom on the left side, Makela on the right. Potvin and Vidic on the Islander defense as they dumped it in. Potvin moves it around to the right side for Makela to Trottier. Trottier gets out into center ice. It's knocked off his stick at that point. And the Oilers move in on the left side. Ikonen centers one. Gretzky shot it high and wide of the net. It's off the glass and up into the seats. We're 18 seconds into the opening period. Ikonen playing the left side with Gretzky at center ice and Gary Curry on the right wing. And now Glenn Sather and John Buckler, the co-coaches, are going to make a change. And our star cam follows Wayne Gretzky back to the Edmonton bench. Get an invitation to the wedding out of that interview? Well, we haven't got your mic open. We'll talk about the social notes later. Oh, there it is.
Yes.
No. Yes, no, what was it? Yeah. Yes, you did. Good. That means a hefty-sized gift.
Well, listen, I'll have to borrow the money from you as usual, Jidge.
Not this time. Onroyd playing the puck up the right side, following the draw, and that's Brad Lauer dumping it in wide. Dale Henry takes it off the board, put it in the goal mouth, and Fuhr steers it to the corner. Messier from back of the net to Anderson. Conroy pinching in, knocked it away from him. Messier tries the opposite side, right to the stick of Lauer. Knocked off Lauer's stick. Simpson puts it in the center ice area. Drive at the Islander blue line. Conroy failed to clear it out. Miner with a shot. Glove saved by Kelly Rudy, and he holds on to it. John Miner called up from the American Hockey League this past week. There he is. Oilers complaining a little bit after the whistle. Anderson in particular felt that there had been a trip.
Kevin Lowe, Bokaboom, Hannon, Lacombe, scratched from the Edmonton Oilers. Kevin Lowe with the wrist is the only injured player. Bossy, Neil Coulter, Pat Flatley, Ken Leiter, and Mick Vakota. Leiter and Vakota scratches. The others are injured Islanders.
With Leiter and Vakota out, it means that Bob Basson and Jeff Norton are back in the Islander lineup tonight. Norton picking the puck off the boards, back of the net, gave it to Morrow. Kenny Morrow into the center ice zone. Got it wide. Back on the play as Miner lost his balance momentarily, but then was able to play it around to Simpson. Huddy had trouble getting it out of there. Looking at his skates, moves it out to the center ice area. Glenn Anderson dumps one in for Edmonton, and that's Norton back for the Islanders. Off the boards on left wing to Brent Sutter. And across, it's intercepted. Huddy with a shot that went wide. A cross-ice pass, always dangerous. Meantime, the puck ends up in the mesh at the back of the Islander net. We're a minute and a half into the opening period.
Trying to make a contrast, Jig, between what the Islanders have been doing as far as playing, or who they've been playing. When you think a week ago, it was the Washington Capitals. And then they went to Winnipeg on Sunday, Monday in Minnesota, Wednesday in Los Angeles. And of the games we saw outside of the Washington Capitals, of course, prior to that it was Detroit, but from the Washington game on, Washington was really only the team that challenged the Islanders in all the areas of the game. They had an easy time with Winnipeg, an easy time with Minnesota, and also with the LA Kings. And you wouldn't think that they're going to, can they bring themselves to thinking that this is not going to be an easy game? And I'm sure that looking at the sweaters opposite them, they'll know it.
Here's a chance for Courtnall, and he whistled one wide of the net. Courtnall is one of the 7 or 8. We mentioned our new Edmonton Oilers this year, and a penalty back of the play will cost Greg Gilbert. He took McTavish down. So the first power play goes to the Edmonton Oilers. A break in the action. There is no score early in the first period.
McTavish, who's all over Greg Gilbert, an offensive penalty, if you will. That's a player in the offensive zone getting the penalty. The Islanders go to the power play, ranked 8th overall. They're also 8th here in their home building. And the Oilers 10th overall in penalty killing.
Diddick leading the Islander rush, dumped it in, and it slammed right out of there. Diddick on defense along with Denny Potvin, Trottier, Brent Sutter, and Mikko Makala, the Islander forwards. Diddick taken up in the game in Los Angeles on Wednesday night. That Potvin to Trottier, comes over center with a pass to Diddick. Moves in deep on the right wing boards. Trying to play one around Steve Dykstra. Got it to Brent Sutter. Back to the point. This is Potvin across to the right side for Makala. Makala holds it. Moves in a little deeper with it. And right to the goal line. Fed it in front to Trottier. Got checked, and it's knocked away from Brent Sutter. Recovered outside the line now by Potvin. Danny Potvin over the Edmonton blue line. Holds on. Works it across, but out of the reach of his teammates, and Steve Dykstra slams it down the ice.
In the 2 previous games that these 2 teams met in, the Islanders are 0 for 6 on the power play.
Trottier taking the puck here on the left wing boards, plays it away from Curry to Potvin. Potvin to Trottier, went off the tip of his stick. Muni is back for Edmonton. Muni plays it to Messier. Turns, shoots it into the center ice zone. Coming back quickly is Norton. 40 seconds remaining in the Islander power play. Norton, Trottier across to LaFontaine, breaks in around the defense, is hauled down. Got the shot on, but there'll be another penalty on the play as Steve Smith grabbed a hold of LaFontaine and took him down heavily.
Islanders will now have a 2-man advantage for 31 seconds, providing they do not score. Glenn Sather, always a dapper-looking coach. Here's the penalty as Pat LaFontaine gets around Steve Smith. He reaches out with his left hand and pulls him down. So a 2-man advantage, and with a face-off in the offensive zone, the Islanders with a good scoring opportunity coming up.
Barry Simpson has Derek King on the right side, Brad Lauer on the left, LaFontaine at center ice, Johnson and Norton the defense. Every man inside the Edmonton blue line. LaFontaine and Messier on the draw. Ray Scapanello puts the puck in play. The Islanders get the draw. Back to Johnson. Cross to the right side. That's King to Norton. Norton backs up with it. 22 seconds in the 2-man advantage. Long shot to a screen. Went wide. King traps it. Centered it to Lauer. Back to the far point. That's Johnson handling it. 13 seconds of the two-man advantage. Johnson fakes the shot. Now lets it go, and it just missed. King digs it out of the corner, giving it to LaFontaine, drops it back in the net. Edmonton now only one man short as McTavish is back on. Here's Norton to Johnson, across to LaFontaine. Into the corner it goes for Lauer. Centers it across, off the stick of King and wide. Johnson takes it in the far corner. Four-man box defense set up by Edmonton. Gary King's pass blocked. Lauer's backhander blocked by Fuhr. Lauer gives it to King. Back to Johnson. In off the boards. King lets it go to the corner, and Charlie Huddy slaps it down the ice. 1 minute remaining in Steve Smith's penalty. No score. We've played just over 4 minutes of the first period. Thomas Johnson carries it out. Cross center ice, his pass blocked by Curry. Johnson with it again. Lost it. Gary Curry over the line. Feeds Gretzky. Big slap shot. Pad save by Rudy. Short-handed opportunity right there for number 99. And Makela comes down right wing into the Edmonton zone. Cuts to the left side. Lost the puck. Trottier gets to it. Checked and turned by Makela. And Gretzky brings it over center ice. On into the Islander zone to Gregg, and he shot one high and wide. Gretzky traps it on the board, centers, Curry turns, can't get the shot away, and is forced back out into center by Potvin. 17 seconds remaining in Smith's penalty. Oilers content to shoot it down the ice to Rudy, out to Potvin. Eddie Potvin carries it over the center ice stripe into the Edmonton zone. Potvin's pass to Trottier, shoots, Fuhr the save. Trottier with the rebound, plays it back in the net, but over the head of Brent Sutter. Gregg clears it to center ice, and Steve Smith just out of the penalty box goes after it. It's cleared by Diddick right into the Islander players' bench, and play is called. So Edmonton fends off the Islander man advantage, and for 31 seconds, a two-man advantage.
Probably had two of the better scoring opportunities, although Brian Trottier had a good chance on a shot. But Gretzky on a pass to Randy Gregg, shorthanded. Look at how he gains the blue line. Diddick in pursuit goes all the way after him, leaving his side of the ice open. There's the shot by Randy Gregg. It was over the top of the net as Gretzky lured Gerald Diddick off his defense position on the left side. He is going to get married in July. Janet Jones.
The Jones girl.
Yeah.
The whole town's been talking about her. Remember the Mills Brothers song?
Oh,
the whole
yeah.
town's been talking about the Jones. Dating myself now, aren't I?
You probably heard it on a record.
Yeah. Manny Morrow brings it into center ice and dumps one wide. Or out of the net, slaps it around the boards. McClellan takes it. Kevin McClellan for the Oilers. Plays it out into the center ice area. LaFontaine had a hold of Acton. The late penalty, and now it's called, and referee Terry Gregson sends LaFontaine off. A break in the action. 14 minutes, 20 seconds left. In the opening period, there's no score.
There he is in the middle now. You see he's got a hold of the stick, hangs onto it, holds onto the player just a little too long. That's the penalty. So the fifth best power play in the league, the Edmonton Oilers. They're 8th on the road on the power play, but they're 5th overall. The Islanders' penalty killing still ranked 19th.
Against the Islanders this season, Edmonton is 2 of 6 on the power play. Edmonton beat the Islanders in Edmonton 5-1. The Islanders handed the Oilers a 3-2 defeat here at the Coliseum the last time they met. That's Messier giving Gretzky the puck. Wayne Gretzky in the face-off circle. Got it right back again from Messier. Played it in front, and it's intercepted and brought out by Brent Sutter. Sutter into the Edmonton zone, chased wide. Taken into the boards by John Miner. Gretzky from back of the net, waiting with it. Messier back to join him now. Takes the pass from Gretzky, comes down left wing. Working on Morrow, plays it to the right side. Simpson got checked by Brent Sutter. They end up together on the boards. Messier centering effort, picked off by Johnson. Johnson and Brent Sutter up front. Morrow and Conroy on the point. Johnson into the Edmonton zone, twisting and turning, is able to give it to Brent Sutter. Sutter runs into Huddy. They kick at it along the boards. Messier picks it up now. 58 seconds remaining in the Edmonton power play. The pass went to Simpson on left wing. Craig Simpson to John Miner to Wayne Gretzky. Gretzky centers it back to the blue line. Miner shoots one that was just wide. Ends up at the far point. Smith gives it to Miner. Into Gretzky. Gretzky, a slap shot. Rudy the save, and there's no further play. Messier got the stick up in Rudy's face, but the whistle had sounded. And everybody is content with the face-off in the Islander end of the ice.
Kind of an odd shot for Wayne Gretzky to take. He was at a tough angle. He shot it up high enough. Gretzky shot up high where Kelly Rudy makes the save here. That's a very bad angle to shoot from. Who's in front? Nobody. Just Islanders to cover. There's Messier as he's checked by Potvin to the side of the net. Accidentally, I would believe. As we look again, Gretzky, his options here mostly are to the point position. Here, his shot not only is a little too high, but it's from a bad angle. It's kind of a wasted shot. I think what happens is, though, the players, even like Gretzky, get a little anxious. They haven't had any shots on the net, so he decides to try one. It might work.
He has the puck again, fed it back to Steve Smith. Into Curry, to Smith. Curry faked it, gave it, or Smith, I should say, faked it, gave it right back to Curry, to Gretzky as he goes back in the net, put it in front, and Potvin clears it. That'll end up in the center ice area. 13 seconds remaining in LaFontaine's penalty time. Steve Smith back with a pass to Randy Gregg. Now to Yari Curry. Curry hits the center ice strike. Plays it to right wing. Gregg in after it, dropped it to Curry, but the play is offside, and LaFontaine is out of the penalty box. So Edmonton unable to take the lead while LaFontaine was off the ice. There is no score, and we have just over 12 minutes remaining in the opening period.
Shots on goal, not very high in this hockey game. They're 3 apiece as we speak. When you think of the Islanders with a 2-man advantage, there's Pat LaFontaine back on the bench. Well, the Islanders did not get a shot on goal when they had a 2-man advantage for 32 seconds. They had 3 shots total on the power play. 14, 18, and 2.
Bob Basson out at center ice for the Islanders. Greg Gilbert on left wing. Randy Wood on the right side. Following the draw, Dykstra has dumped it into the Islanders zone. It's picked up by Norton. Norton and Morrow on defense. Play to the left wing corner. Bob Basson gets to it. Gave it to Gilbert. Dumps it into the center ice area. It's blocked there, and a hand pass is called as McSorley took it from a teammate. They get a play stoppage here with just over 12 minutes left in the opening period. And there is no score between the Islanders and the Edmonton Oilers. Taps the puck into the Edmonton zone. Oilers move it out to McTavish. On the move, McSorley was hit hard. There's a drive from the left side from Courtnall that went wide. Delayed penalty call, an interference penalty against the Islanders.
McSorley and Greg Gilbert were having a little game going on at the face-off. McSorley pushed Gilbert. Gilbert lost his balance. Almost went down, and then in retaliation, right at the blue line of Edmonton, Gilbert puts his shoulder into McSorley and knocked him over. Gets a penalty. There, bang. You see McSorley go down. He was not involved with the puck. Gilbert just wanted to give him a little taste. He did, but he got caught doing it by referee Terry Gregson. So Edmonton go back to the power play.
See the boss, the official's boss, is in attendance tonight. First time, I believe, that John McCauley has been to the Nassau Coliseum this season. He's taking in the tour games in the New York area. Reports good news. Dave Newell has returned to his home and is fine. He expects that he'll work again this coming week. He's the referee that was injured at Madison Square Garden on Thursday night. Randy Gregg on this power play has given the puck to Courtnall. Centered one is deflected into the crowd. Now McSorley and Morrow exchange a little greeting and nothing further. McSorley out on the first end of this power play for Edmonton with McTavish and Courtnall.
Mixing up the power play. Well, Gretzky had a lot of ice time when the Islanders were 2-man advantage, and then with 1-man advantage, it was either he or Mark Messier out there, and they were out there for the last power play, so they're getting a bit of a rest right now. Edmonton, 86 power play goals this season on 379 opportunities for a 22.7% efficiency.
Kenny Morrow slapping the puck out of the Islander zone, I should say, and Gregg goes back for it. The doctor, Randy Gregg, played until the end of February with the Canadian Olympic team. Courtnall trying to shoot one in. It's broken up by Brent Sutter, and he's taken away from the play by Gregg. Cavish back. People might wonder why that wasn't interference. Well, Brent Sutter was the last to have handled the puck. All right, for the Oilers to do what they did, and they set up again in their own zone. Gregg with a pass to Steve Smith. McSorley on right wing. Sorley has Gretzky and McTavish with him at the moment. Kenny Morrow takes the puck and shoots it the length of the ice. 1 minute remaining in the penalty time against Gilbert. There's no score. We're midway through the first period at the Nassau Coliseum. Edmonton starting out of their own territory at center ice. Anderson shot one in. Rudy goes out of the net to block it. It seemed to get interfered with. Now Gretzky moves it around to Messier. Mark Messier to the blue line. Held in. Long shot by Tikkanen. Blocked by Potvin. Eddie Potvin backhands it to Crom, and he shoots it high and up into the seats. Now 31 seconds left in Greg Gilbert's penalty. Some milling around. The face-off coming outside the New York Islander blue line.
You almost get the feeling that all of a sudden that Edmonton means business. They send Anderson, Messier, and Gretzky out as the forwards, and then Gary Curry is now coming out. Can't leave them all out there, so somebody's got. Anderson will obviously be skating off. Gretzky with his mustache. It took him all season, I understand, to grow it. He doesn't need to shave but once every 10 days, I understand. So it's not easy. Not easy to grow a mustache.
From the draw, the Islanders won it. Trottier has sent Crom over the blue line. Crom checked by Tikkanen. The Oilers set up deep in their own territory with only 20 seconds left on the power play. Messier starts out with it. Mark Messier dumping it to the left side out of the reach of Gretzky. Diddick got to it, lost it to Gretzky. To the point, Smith gives it to Tikkanen. In deep to Curry. Curry goes to the goal line. Now gives it to Gretzky. It's broken up and cleared out by Potvin.
Potvin doing a good job. He just held his position. Curry coughed up the puck. Potvin grabbed it, shoots it, down the ice.
Teams are at 6 aside again as Messier finds Gretzky moving out. Gretzky over the line with Curry. The pass into the far corner. Morrow goes after it. Kenny Morrow outskates Messier, and the Islanders come up 4-on-2. Morrow's pass to LaFontaine. He's across the line. Is checked from behind by Curry. The Oilers find Gretzky starting out again. Into the Islander zone, pulling to the left side, and the play went offside. There's a break in the action. 9 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the opening period. There is no score.
Hockey, when you combine that the Islanders have had 10 minutes and Edmonton have had 10 minutes to accrue shots on goal, and in this hockey game between the two teams there have only been 6 shots on goal.
And they're even 3 apiece.
Exactly.
Bouncing puck scooped up by Rudy, gave it to Johnson. Up to Alan Kerr, gets it to the line, held in by McClellan to the Oilers. Well, the Islanders go back for it. Here's Johnson with a pass to Alan Kerr. On to LaFontaine, who went behind him, and off minor. LaFontaine gets over the line. Fed King. Can't get it back to LaFontaine. He goes to the side of the net with it, and then got checked. LaFontaine knocks his man off the puck, and Alan Kerr plays it around behind the net. Minor is there for Edmonton. The Oilers move it out into center ice for McClellan. Dumps one into the Islanders zone, off the stick of Keith Acton. King backcourt, it's knocked away. Here's Krushelnyski, centering it back to the blue line. Dykstra pushes it into the Islanders zone, and LaFontaine gets a stick on it. Gave it to King. He clears the zone. Minor trying to put it back in, gets checked. Gary King picks it up. King in the center ice area. Drops it back to Johnson. Out to Bob Basson. The Islanders in the middle of the player change as Alan Kerr gets over the line on right wing. Kerr checked and knocked the puck away from his man. Messier recovers. Messier into center ice. Over the Islander blue line, centered one in front, and just behind Dykstra, who had blown in after it. Picked up and brought out by Bob Basson. Pulled it away from Messier, away from Simpson as well. Comes over center ice into the Edmonton zone. Basson gets checked. Then a quick shot from Wood went wide of the net. Bounces out into center ice, picked up by Messier. Messier works his way in on Diddick, trying to hold it long enough to center it. Can't do it. Rudy grabs it at the side of the net.
Mark Messier can perform magic on the ice. He comes close to doing it right there. Wednesday at 7:30, Sports Channel wraps up its live and exclusive Mets and Yankees spring training coverage with New York Baseball 88. And starting the first week in April, the Subway Series summer is on Sports Channel, beginning live and exclusive season-long coverage of the New York Yankees and Mets. That's New York. Mark Messier. Outstanding skater and puck handler. Look at as he pulls the puck, he fed it out. Gerald Diddick went for it, and as Messier tries to put it in front of the net, good job by Kelly Rudy. Just prior to that, a 2-on-1 break. King That's Charlie Huddy as he goes down, breaks up the pass, the return pass for Pat LaFontaine.
Now this action in the Islander end of the ice. Trottier fishing it off the boards, and Makela has dumped it inside the Edmonton blue line. Steve Smith goes back. 7 minutes, 22 seconds remaining in the first period. The Oilers come out. Simpson, a long pass into the center ice zone, and it's cleared by Richard Cron. Curry picks it up. Over to Tikkanen. Dropped it back. Trying to find Gretzky in the center ice area and succeed. Here's Tikkanen across the line. Dropped it right between the skates of Curry. Jeff Norton lugs it out for the Islanders. Norton moves into the Edmonton zone on left wing. Lets one fly. Pure the save, and Makela scores on the rebound.
Jeff Norton led the rush for the Islanders through the center ice area. What a blast by Norton. There's the rebound. Huddy couldn't hold his balance. Makela almost blew it. He hit on the inside of his stick, on the heel of the stick, but it didn't make it. Just inside the goalpost. Norton, look at his head up. Beautiful camera work. What a shot. What a stop. Great action around the net. Pure reaching out but can't reach the rebound as Mikko Makela gives the Islanders a 1-0 lead. His 35th goal of the season. 1-0. The Islanders with a big goal for them.
We don't talk very much about that new camera position this year at the Nassau Coliseum, but it has given us some great pictures, and especially on that goal, Norton, and watching Makela get to the rebound and almost duff it.
The pictures could tell you exactly, if there was nothing said, what transpired with that shot. And the rebound is Makela. He had lots of time, but he swung at it. He caught enough of it to get it in.
Now Portnoy into the Islanders zone. Jeff Portnoy is checked. Basson trying to move it out. It hit Huddy. Bounces to the corner. McTavish centered one. Greg Gilbert gets a stick on it. Fed it to Basson. Plays it off the boards, but can't recover. Portnoy does. It's wrapped up with Johnson. Portnoy gave it away to Basson. Now he clears it out. McSorley racing back for Edmonton. Makela's first goal in 8 games has given the Islanders a 1-0 lead on home ice.
His last 3 goals were all against the Vancouver Canucks.
Now Dale Henry moving the puck into the center ice area. Comes back to Potvin. He shot one off Krushelnyski. Potvin after it. He and Diddick trying to get crossed up for a moment. Potvin has given it to Lauer. To Dale Henry. Tipped it to the Edmonton line. Smith is there. Capacity crowd cheering on the New York Islanders. They lead 1-0 as Potvin goes back for a loose puck. Up to Brent Sutter. Now across to Lauer. Has Henry with him on the right side. Lauer over the line. Shoots one. Pure the save. Back into the goal mouth and then held on to the puck long enough for a face-off. We have 5 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in the opening period. The Islanders lead 1-0.
His 75th career goal as an Islander. First against Edmonton.
Alan Kerr coming off the boards in the Edmonton zone got wrapped up. And Gretzky moves down right wing. His pass to Simpson. Tried to center to Gretzky. Norton is there. Jeff Norton checked behind the net. Gretzky center to Anderson. Turn, shot put off Rudy's blocking glove. Eddie Morrill picks it up. Moved it up the boards. Held in by Steve Smith. Backhander goes off Rudy, I should say, and then Gretzky put it in front of LaFontaine is there to work it to Kerr. Alan Kerr over center ice. Dumps it into the Edmonton zone. King goes in after it. Knocked it away from Muni. Got it to LaFontaine to Derek King. King played it behind Conroy, who had broken in, and Wayne Gretzky comes down the right wing board. Number 99 pulling to the left side. Look at that pass to Anderson, and he scores! Glenn Anderson rips one by Rudy, and we're even at 1-1.
As only Wayne Gretzky can do it. It appeared he was trying to drop the puck to Simpson, but he knew something we didn't know. Anderson was moving in. There's Simpson. He's already gone. Here comes Anderson. He drops it to him, and from 30 feet with a snapping wrist shot, it's in. Wayne Gretzky, the magician, watch what he does here. Simpson cuts behind him. Right there, most people would have thought he was going to drop it. He faked it, then held it. Then he gave it to Anderson, who had a better position to shoot from. Anderson beats Kelly Rudy to his glove side, and it's a 1-1 hockey game. His 38th goal of the season. Glenn Anderson.
In the 2 previous games, Anderson did not score against the Islanders. We're even at 1 as McTavish moves into the Islander end of the ice. Drop the puck for McSorley. Marty McSorley trying to get it to Huddy at the blue line. It's broken up, cleared out by Wood to Basson. Basson works his way in, shoots one. Pure down to make the save as Basson did a nice job using John Miner as a screen. Miner clears it to the blue line. It's held in by Conroy. Put it back to the net. Pure moves it up the boards. There's Conroy with it again. His pass deflected. Gilbert knocked it out of the air. Recovered by Miner. Nice one up the left wing boards. Huddy moves it on to center ice. Here's Craig McTavish into the Islander zone. It's poked away by Janssen. McTavish recovers on right wing. Pulls up. Is knocked off the puck by Conroy. The Islanders break out. Trache down the left side. Over the line with Makela. The pass. Well, they call it offside as Makela tried to get around the defense. The Islanders offside at the Edmonton blue line with 3 minutes and 28 seconds left in the first period.
Brian Trache knew it, so did Mikko Makela. He could not break stride. He had a back checker right on his heels. Trache tried to get the puck perfectly to him, but he hesitated and waited too long. There's Trache waiting and watching. There's the pass, but as the backhand pass was en route, Makela had gotten ahead of the blue line, ahead of the puck, creating the offside. 3:28 remaining in the first period. We have a 1-1 tie.
Rothman and Diddick on defense. Makela, Trache, and Crom up front. The Oilers move it out of their own zone. Gretzky chasing it. Diddick lines him up as Gretzky moves in. It's knocked off the puck, then partially recovered, and Trache got to him. Larry Curry unable to recover for Edmonton, and Richie Crom starts out. Crom to Trache. Out of Makela on right wing. Makela centers. Trache fed it right across the goal mouth. Potvin in after it. Gave it to Trache. Curry checked him in the corner. The Oilers clear it to the line. Diddick gets a stick on it. He's fed it to Crom to the open wing. Nobody there for the Islanders. And Jari Curry spots Gretzky. Moves in on right wing. Gretzky goes back to the net with it. Comes out in front. Tries a backhander to Curry. He scores. Curry relaying Gretzky's pass, and Edmonton leads 2-1.
Wayne Gretzky again. Kelly Rudy could not cover enough ice as Gretzky rounded the net from his left to right. Gretzky came rushing down the ice after taking the pass. He circled the net. Jari Curry's left wide open. Watch here, Gretzky goes behind the net. Now watch him lean in. He uses his body and his feet here to protect the puck from Dennis Potvin. Now Curry sets up. There he is. Nobody sees him. Gretzky does, of course. Kelly Rudy can't stretch that far. He's not the elastic man. And Jari Curry has made it 2-1. Watch Gretzky again. Watch his balance here. Potvin can't get a stick on him as he goes around using his body there to protect the puck. There's his perfect pass, and Jari Curry does nothing but finish it, and it's 2-1. His 38th goal for Jari Curry. Second against the Islanders this year.
Gretzky getting the only assist on the goal thus far.
38th of the year from Gretzky.
2:23 the time remaining in the opening period. 2 minutes, 23 seconds remaining in the opening period. LaFontaine out with Kerr and King. That's Kerr shooting it into the Edmonton end of the ice. Greg Muni back for it. King forechecking, waits at the side of the net. The Oilers crisscrossing, and now the play made to Steve Smith. Seemed to pan on it, and King goes over to knock it away from him. Played it in off LaFontaine's stick, right to McClellan, slips away from him. Here's Kerr with a shot off the stick of Fuhr and up into the seats.
What an opportunity as Alan Kerr took the shot. Pat LaFontaine was to his left looking for the pass. Kerr opted to shoot it for the top right-hand corner, and Fuhr comes up with the save. There's LaFontaine on the right side of your screen. There's the shot. Fuhr gets his glove, his blocking glove on it. Pat LaFontaine, I don't know whether the stick fell out of his hand or he hit the goalpost with it, but good chance there. Tough decisions to make. Alan Kerr, 1 goal and an assist on Wednesday. Tough decision to make. You've got a good scoring opportunity. Do you shoot it or do you pass it? And I've probably said under the same circumstances, 9 times out of 10 you shoot it. Because if you pass it, anything can happen. You're in a good spot. Shoot the puck.
Oilers into the Islanders zone. Acton taken down by Brent Sutter's check. Puck loose momentarily. Then kicked into the corner by Sutter. The Oilers trying to get to it, cannot. And Dale Henry starts out. The pass to Brad Lauer. He's tipped it around Smith. Smith takes Lauer into the boards. Oilers give it away. Brent Sutter with a shot that went wide as he was checked at the last second. Played around to the left side now for Conroy. His shot deflects wide off Muni. Urshulitsky gets to it. Urshulitsky checked at center ice by Lauer. Wayne Gretzky snuck in, dug the puck off the boards, found Anderson. And Anderson coming in off right wing, trying to hurdle over Conroy's check. And Sutter lost it. Gretzky centers, and Anderson tapped it wide of Kelly Rudy. Miner pitching it off the right point. Simpson comes in as well, but Conroy is able to slap it out of there. 1 minute remaining in the opening period as Huddy takes it behind the Edmonton net. Makela and Crom in forechecking. Now Trache comes in as the Oilers dump it out to center ice. Bothan shoots it in. Shore leaves it back of the net for Huddy. Right side for Anderson. Out to Gretzky. Gretzky's pass to Huddy, picked up instead. Brought over the line by Simpson. Bothan reached in, took it away from him. Here's Trache handling it now. Ryan Trache to the left side to Potvin. Kenny Potvin feeds Trache, got it right back again. Potvin shoots from the blue line, he scores!
Fine shot by Dennis Potvin. It looked like a routine shot at the net. But Grant Fuhr misplayed it. It was just inside the goalpost. He put it in the right spot. But from this position, you don't beat Grant Fuhr. But he did. Potvin's shot. It's in the net. It's a 2-2 tie. His 19th goal this season. As Potvin, just at the blue line, lets it fly. Fuhr was not blank by any means. He had a good look at it. He was not screened, and Potvin has beaten him with a surprise shot and a 2-2 tie here late in the first period.
That ties him with Bob Nevin for 310 career goals. It's even at 2-2. The final 5 seconds tick off in the first period. Trache getting the only assist on that goal by Potvin. The horn sounds. A capacity crowd rises to cheer the Islanders. 16,297 on hand tonight. They scored the first and last goal of the period. Anderson and Gretzky had goals in between, but at the end of 20 minutes of play, the score is tied. The Islanders 2, the Edmonton Oilers 2. We'll be back with a recap. Stan will have his guests. Our intermission will be underway from the...
With 21 seconds remaining in the first period on a hard shot from the blue line, made Terry Simpson go to the dressing room feeling a little better about the team after one period.
You look at 27-year-old Wayne Gretzky, who has missed 16 games this year. Was 21 points behind Mario Lemieux when this game began. Has picked up 2 assists in the first period, so he's only 19 back in the scoring race. Trache against Gretzky on the face-off. Won by Trache, who gave it to Crom, to Makela, slipped it around Smith, then got caught up by Smith, and Gretzky has cleared it out. Ari Curry feeds Tikkanen into the Islanders zone, dumped one into the corner, ended up back in the net. Potvin takes over. His pass intercepted by Smith. Trying to set up Tikkanen. Now Curry at the side of the net is unable to center it. Potvin plays it around the boards and out to center right. Rich Crom moves into forecheck. Oilers set up deep in their own zone, but did not get possession of the puck, nor does Makela. Gretzky has given it to Tikkanen. Now to Curry. Curry dumps one in. Gerald Diddick steps in front of Gretzky as he goes back for it. Trache came in as well. The puck ends up back in the net. Tikkanen takes it to the corner, bumping with Conroy. Tikkanen to Curry. Quick shot just wide. Charlie Huddy waited for it. It did not arrive, and the Islanders clear it to center ice. Tikkanen back. Gave it to Curry. To Wayne Gretzky as he circles. Puts it into the Islanders zone. Diddick knocks it out of the air. Diddick slaps one off the glass up to Makela. Kicks it out to center. Messier back for Edmonton. Mark Messier into the Islanders zone, cutting to right wing. Conroy chases him to the back of the net. It's centered in front off the skates of Diddick and now cleared to Makela. He could not control it. Crom has cleared it out over the line. Messier winding up there, backhands it into the Islanders zone. Diddick back for it as the Oilers got slowed up a little in their pursuit of the puck, and Diddick has shot it down into the Edmonton zone. The Oilers could have played it. So Miner goes in. It's knocked away from him by Dale Henry. Here's Messier. Up to Anderson. Pokes it around Norton. Anderson opens up the skating legs a little, goes in after it, couldn't center one in time. It ends up in the mesh at the back of the Islander net.
Pretty good start here for a skating Edmonton team. We talk about Gretzky, that Messier is some hockey player. This fella is no slouch either. Anderson, he scored the tying goal to make it 1-1 with his 38th. He is a talented hockey player.
You look back at their 1979 draft, their first year in the National Hockey League. They get Messier, they get Lowe, and they get this man, Glenn Anderson, all in the same draft year. Now that is incredible.
I don't know how do you call that well managed, but real lucky.
In the next year, you get Coffey, Curry, Podupny, and Mold in the 1980 draft. There's Basson. Oh, and he can't tuck it by. Grant Fuhr. What a chance for Bob Basson. Wood, Gilbert, and Basson digging in the Edmonton zone. A backhander by Basson went wide. Then he got knocked down, and here's Dykstra. Steve Dykstra able to play it up the right side. McTavish at center is bumped by Basson. The Oilers bring it across the Islander blue line. Marty McSorley with a shot blocked and covered by Kelly Rudy. A break in the action. The Islanders had their chance a moment ago, but they remain in a 2-2 tie with the Edmonton Oilers.
Getting the chances. Look at the work by Randy Wood as he gets the puck, plays it across to Basson. Basson has to take it in the skates, but then when he went to pound it in, Grant Fuhr put his stick out and deflected off his stick out behind him. Off into the corner. Tough break for Bob Basson. Good work, though, by Randy Wood and Bob Basson, putting some fright into the Edmonton Oilers.
2-2 is your score. The face-off deep in the Islander end of the ice. LaFontaine won the draw from Keith Acton. Conroy plays it around to the left side. It's knocked away from Derek King. Krushelnyski took it back in the net, tried to one-hand it in front. Steve Smith with a shot that was blocked. McSorley centers it. That's cleared by LaFontaine. Held in. Smith with a long shot. Rudy the save. Krushelnyski can't backhand the read. Now he does. Kelly Rudy had blocked the first one. The Oilers have taken a 3-2 lead, getting the second rebound.
Fighting off a check from Thomas Johnson. Krushelnyski, using his size and his strength, gets the rebound and pops it in over top of an outstretched Kelly Rudy. Edmonton regains a one-goal lead. It's 3-2. Here's the play starting at the blue line. A good one by Smith. Shot through. Good stop by Kelly Rudy through some screens. Then there's the backhand shot by Krushelnyski. Stop. There, Krushelnyski fought off a check, and I think with one hand on the stick. His other fighting off Thomas Johnson. He popped the puck over a sprawling Kelly Rudy. There's the original save. Now watch him here. He puts out his left hand, and then with one, I believe, he popped the puck over top of the goaltender, Kelly Rudy, and it's a 3-2 lead, his 19th of the season for Mike Krushelnyski.
Goal coming at the 2:46 mark. Acton unable to take a breaking pass from Muni. The Islanders go back into their own zone. Alan Kerr bumped heavily on the boards. Potvin there as well. Goes LaFontaine. The puck cleared away by Diddick. Allen with it in the corner. Centers one right across in front. It goes to Alan Kerr. Steve Smith got the only assist on that Edmonton goal, giving them a 3-2 lead over the Islanders. But now King comes in off the right side. All back, ruling that LaFontaine was across the line before the puck.
Derek King just a half a stride ahead. Alan Kerr making a good play to get him going. But it's a goal by Mike Krushelnyski, his 19th of the season from Smith at 2:46. Give the Edmonton Oilers a one-goal lead. Let's take a look, see if you can see it. Watch his left hand here. I believe he's got one hand on the stick. Yes, there it is, one hand on the stick. He's fighting off Kelly Rudy with the other one, and he kind of popped it over top of Kelly Rudy for his 19th and a one-goal lead. It's 3-2 Edmonton.
The Islanders putting the puck in the Edmonton end of the ice, picked up by Trottier, put it in front off Fuhr's stick. It goes back to Janssen. And around the boards to Trottier. Check tightly. Gretzky moves it up the wing. He's a take it and clears it out to center ice, and Huddy races after it. Charlie Huddy over the line, feeds Gretzky. Big slap shot that missed the net. Bounces up the wing, and Trottier tips it into center ice. Take it in, goes back for Edmonton. Give it to Curry. Pass intended for Huddy is blocked. Now Curry shoots it into the Islanders zone, and Rudy stops it. Clears it to Janssen. Thomas Janssen with a pass to Trottier. Relayed it smartly to Makela. To Trottier. Right back to Makela. Comes in off right wing. Shoots one. Fuhr made the save. And then Makela put it in front again. And Tikkanen has cleared the zone. Thomas Janssen feeds Trottier as he was coming out of the Edmonton zone. Long shot. Handled routinely by Fuhr. Picked up by Huddy. Fuhr would like nothing better than to win his 40th game of the season here tonight.
Playing in his 73rd hockey game. That ties him with Bernie Parent with an NHL record set in 73-74.
Brent Sutter dumps the puck into the Edmonton end of the ice. They're able to clear it for Gretzky. Gretzky spots Simpson moving up the wing, but Brent Sutter blocked the pass, and it goes to Lauer. Out to Sutter. Sutter at the center ice stripe. 4 Oilers back as he backhands one in deep. Messier gets to it first, lays it around the boards to Simpson. Didn't clear it out. Here's Morrow with a shot. Oh, just missed it. It went right through the screen. Messier takes Anderson's pass and comes over center ice with it. Had Simpson with him as they cross the line. Messier shot it wide. Brad Lauer failed to clear it out. Ends up in the left wing boards. Brought out over the line by Norton. Then he is checked by Mark Messier. Edmonton forced back into their own territory. They work it to Dykstra. His pass to Simpson goes all the way into the Islander zone, and coming back was Diddick, stepping in front of Anderson and clearing it down the ice. This will be icing. That board is Randy Gregg. We have 14 minutes and 28 seconds remaining. Period number 2. Edmonton has taken a 3-2 lead over the Islanders on Mike Krushelnyski's goal.
The Islanders for the Stanley Cup, I called him the modern-day Bobby Hull. Look at him cock his leg and fire the shot. What a stop there by Kelly Rudy. Rudy held his ground long enough, made him shoot the puck. Mark Messier, he can skate, he can pass, he can shoot, he can be tough if he has to be. An all-round excellent hockey player.
Greg Gilbert's clearing effort tried to put it off the boards. Instead, it went into the Edmonton players' bench. And they'll line up again inside the New York Islander blue line. John Muckler getting a chuckle out of that. Glenn Sather saying, he aiming at you?
Well, I didn't do anything to him. Muckler looks at Slat Sather. It says, did you? Of course not. Must have been aiming at one of the players.
And there's John Muckler getting over to talk to one of his players. Always got something comical in his mind, as a rule, anyway.
Got some good one-liners, Mr. Muckler, student of the game of hockey. I will not be surprised if he doesn't take the job as coach. He has his pick, I would think, of any of the openings around the league.
Grant Fuhr's clearing the puck. Cleared it over the glass, but there is no delay of the game penalty.
We were talking about Grant Fuhr playing in his 73rd game tonight. You know that only Jari Kurri, Glenn Anderson, Esa Tikkanen, and Craig McTavish have played more games than that man, Grant Fuhr. And they played every game, 76 of the Edmonton Oilers games so far this year. And we were just talking about, tied with Bernie Parent, most appearances by a goalie. That was in 73-74. Bernie Parent played 73 hockey games for the Philadelphia Flyers.
Edmonton will finish up this current road trip on Monday night when they meet the Maple Leafs in Toronto, naturally, at Maple Leaf Gardens. Pat LaFontaine with Alan Kerr and Derek King for the Islanders. Keith Acton will take the draw for Edmonton. Johnson and Conroy together on the points. Mark Lyons taking forever to drop the puck. Left-hander, and he does get it down on the ice, and the Oilers pick it up. Miner played it around the boards, and it comes to center ice. Conroy moves it to King. The pass just out of the reach of Alan Kerr. LaFontaine chasing it. Monty left it on the boards. Here's Alan Kerr. 3 Oilers after him. Right behind the net. Miner gets checked. King puts it out in front. LaFontaine couldn't one-time it. Brought out by Krushelnyski. Into the Islander zone. Big slap shot. Misses on the stick hand side. Bounces to Miner. LaFontaine picks it up. Breaks out 2-on-1. LaFontaine with Kerr. They move in to Kerr that jumped over his stick on the pass from LaFontaine. Mike Krushelnyski goes rink wide with a pass at center ice from McClellan. He banks it off Norton. Loose puck in the center ice zone. Moving up for it is Kerr. Sutter breaks in on right wing. Shoots. That just missed on the glove side and bounces all the way down into the Islander zone. It is not an icing as the Islanders were the last to have played it. Norton moves it around the boards. Held in by Dykstra. Went to Brent Sutter. Up the boards to Brad Lauer. Now across to Dale Henry. Henry moving in on Randy Gregg. Henry centering pass. There's Lauer, and he ran into the boards heavily. Did not make contact with the puck to begin with. Now Norton plays it in deep. Lauer waits back of the net. Brad Lauer centers in the slot. Henry gets checked. Out comes Curry with Gretzky. Gretzky takes the pass here on the left wing. That's inside of the backhand, flipped it to Gregg. He shoots Rudy the save, and the rebound is cleared by Dale Henry.
What a stop by Kelly Rudy on a one-timer, a beautiful stretching left pad save.
Now the Islanders are called for having iced the puck with 12 minutes and 26 seconds left in the second period.
End-to-end action. Islanders get an opportunity. They're checked. Pat LaFontaine and Alan Kerr teaming up on a 2-on-1. They had to hurry a little. There's the pass by LaFontaine. He got it in the air. It's about the only thing he could do. He's in too close to the net. There's also a couple of other sticks in there as LaFontaine here. He has to lift it over the stick. What he's hoping is that Alan Kerr could pick it out of the air, but he was unsuccessful. The Islanders and the Flyers battle for the top of the Patrick Division. That's Tuesday at 8 o'clock. That's the Islanders and the Flyers in a key Patrick Division matchup Tuesday night at 8. It's live and exclusive right here on Sports Channel.
Edmonton just missed following the face-off in the Islander end of the ice, and Potvin fed it to Diddick, who clears it into the Edmonton zone. Dykstra slaps one over the glass and into the penalty box, actually into the photographer's box on the near side of the ice. Now the Islanders against Philadelphia here on Tuesday, against the Capitals on Thursday here at the Coliseum.
Take a look at the face-off. The puck seems to be a little livelier in some cases tonight. It doesn't seem to be laying flat for the players. Right from the face-off, a good chance by Tikkanen. Steered aside by Kelly Rudy.
This is the first game on a new sheet of ice here at the Coliseum. The Ringling brothers, Barnum and Daly Circus, was here while the Islanders were on that extended road trip. I believe the teams did get to skate on it yesterday. No, today. At least today. Edmonton practiced at the Ranger facility yesterday up in Rye, New York. Puck shot into the Islander players' bench, barely missing the training staff. We'll take a break here. Edmonton leading the Islanders by a score of 3-2.
As the Patrick Division, I don't know how it could heat up. I think all season long it's been a hot Patrick Division. It's been wonderful watching these teams. It's a shame. We should make a proclamation that all the teams in the Patrick Division make the playoffs. They have provided so much for so many, and it's not over yet, folks. It's really just begun.
Here's Brent Sutter coming out of the corner, and a shot blocked by Fuhr. Fuhr dives on top of it. Make sure there's no further play. Brent Sutter, nobody went after him.
Good opportunity, went right around the net, come out in front, and let the shot go. He was trying to pick the top of the net. There's the puck as it's stolen away by Sutter. He got it away from Anderson, turns and then fires up high on Fuhr. Fuhr goes out, gets a hold of it, hangs on. Seemed to take a little time for the whistle to blow, too, with the goaltender in that position. He's not going to give it up.
Sutter won the faceoff. Johnson plays it in deep to Sutter. Brent Sutter being rushed now by Messier. Tried to center it, and Muni knocked it away from Henry, and the Oilers dump it to center ice. Johnson knocked it down there. Lauer steers it into the Edmonton zone, and there's Muni off the boards to Simpson. Had a little trouble picking it up. Now Brent Sutter arrives on the scene, as does Lauer, but the pass went right to Messier. Messier waits. Muni moves up. Anderson trailing. The pass to Muni. He's stripped of the puck. And Conroy takes over for the Islanders, moving it around the right wing boards. It's centered in front, and Anderson slaps one high. Messier chasing Dale Henry, trying to rub him out on the boards. And Miner stepped into Henry and has given the puck to Messier. Backhander is knocked out of the air by Johnson. Up to Brent Sutter it goes. Sutter trying to play it across the line to Lauer. Now to Henry. Lets one go, and it just missed on the stick hand side. Lauer unable to pick it up in the corner. Fuhr reacted as if he had heard a whistle. He seemed to straighten up. Then the play kept going, and he bore down, and the puck went wide. Now on the Islander end, it goes wide of Kelly Rudy's ground. McTavish gets bumped, and here's Norton. Plays it into the corner for Morrow. Eddie Morrow's pass into the center ice zone to Gilbert. Can't get through some traffic. Takes it away from McTavish. Moved it on to Wood. Randy Wood checked at the Edmonton blue line. Basson breaks up the play. Forces Miner to go back to the net. Centered in front. There's Wood with a shot. Fuhr the save. Basson the rebound. He scores!
They kept digging. They kept working. He was getting opportunities. Randy Wood kept getting the puck to him. He finished it off. Bob Basson. There's the coaches talking over what had happened. I think there might have been an offside. Maybe that's what they were talking about at the Islanders when they changed on the fly. But here's the pressure by the Islanders. This line has been doing quite a job. Randy Wood's shot is stopped by Fuhr. There's the rebound, zipping it in. Yes, Bobby Basson gets another opportunity. He makes it count. Here's a look. That was Basson that started the whole play with that hard check on Muni. Randy Wood, his attempt is stopped by Fuhr. He can't get back up, and the rebound is in, and it's a 3-3 tie. Basson has scored his 6th of the season.
The Islanders continue to dig in the Edmonton end of the ice, but now Courtnall sends McTavish into center, into the Islander zone to McSorley. Big slap shot. Rudy the stick save. Greg Gilbert takes it in the corner, clears it to the line. It's knocked away by Wood. That forces Honey back into his own zone. Honey Basson with his 6th goal of the season, tying it up for the Islanders. McSorley into the Islanders zone, pulls to the wing, shot it off Rudy's shoulder. King got a swipe at the rebound. It went in and out of Kerr skates, and now Gregg for Edmonton dumps it back of the net. The score clock has gone out. So is the time clock. Everything is black here as far as the scoreboard is concerned. Now the message comes up that Wood and Lauer assisted on Basson's goal, but there is no time showing up top on the clock. The Islanders play one toward the net. Barry King centers. It's cleared from the goal mouth by Gregg. Kerr puts it back in the net. Fontaine could not pick it up, but out come the Edmonton Oilers. Keith Acton into center ice. Backhands it wide of Rudy. Monson takes it off the boards and starts out with a pass to LaFontaine. He got checked by Krushelnyski. Centers one across, and McClellan's shot is blocked. Recovering it is King, then he overskated it. McClellan puts it in the corner. Johnson goes back. Johnson plays one high around the boards right to McClellan. McClellan from a sharp angle. It was blocked by Conroy. Gave it to King. Couldn't clear it out. Loose puck in front, and it's backhanded wide of the net. Comes to the near boards. LaFontaine can't get it out of the zone. Krushelnyski is bumped and knocked down. LaFontaine works it to King. One-on-one with Smith. Conroy moves up on the play. Takes the pass. Comes in, shoots. Fuhr robs him as he stretched the right leg out. Steve Conroy draws a crowd as he dumps it back of the Edmonton net. LaFontaine rides herd on Smith. Kerr digs it out of Smith's skates. Gave it to LaFontaine. Centered in front. Fuhr dives on top of it, and there's no further play. It's playoff time, it appears. We're not that far away from the last week of the regular season, and this game is really heated up. 3-3 is your score. The Islanders and the Oilers, a little less than 8 minutes remaining.
Islanders with pressure. There's the pass. Derek King. Conroy tried to go to his backhand and flip it up. He did not fool Grant Fuhr. Good stop. Islanders with continuous pressure. As the action continues, Fuhr grabs it. Boom. Players flying around all over the place. Good pressure by the Islanders. We've got something going. I think it's the time when the clock went out. They want to make sure that they announce not only the correct time, but 16,297 fans here at the Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum.
Just a moment ago, they had a message up on the board paying tribute to a good friend of ours, Barney Kremenko, being honored tonight by the Islanders staff. He's over in Mr. Pickett's private box for the game tonight. We wish him well. Bubba, we're thinking of you.
Absolutely. The public sale of playoff tickets for the first 2 rounds of the Stanley Cup playoffs at the Nassau Coliseum are now on sale at the Coliseum box office and your local Ticketmaster outlets. Tickets may be charged by phone. You call Ticketmaster at either 516-888-9000 or 212-307-7171. Get on the move and reserve your seat for the Islanders playoffs.
Krushelnyski for Edmonton, Basson for the Oilers. Second period goals, 3-3 is your score. Clock shows 7 minutes and 49 seconds remaining in the second period. Strom forechecking. Knocked the puck to Makela, puts it in front. Trache one-timed it and went off Greg Muni. Murray trying to slap it around, gave it to Muni. Gretzky works it up the right wing. Here's Messier into the Islander zone, and Norton rides him off the puck. Trache takes it. Turns back of the net, gave the puck to Jeff Norton. Now to Makela. Makela trying to get it to Crom. Gretzky knocked Makela flying, and Curry comes over the blue line. Drops it to Messier. Quick shot. It was Peekinen rather, not Messier, as the Oilers have made a change, and now Morrow starts out. Eddie Morrow dumps one in from center ice. Backcourt is Minor. Tom Miner spotted Gretzky waiting on left wing. Now across it goes. Miner sends Curry over the blue line. Shot one off Potvin. Huddy with the rebound. Rudy the stick save. Potvin gets to it as Curry bumped into Rudy. Potvin gives the puck to Crom on to Trottier. Ryan Trottier lost it to Gretzky. Gretzky and taken in there together. Anderson takes it across the line. Lost it. Goes in after it. Played it off the side of the net. Danny Potvin works it around the left wing. Miner is there. Into Gretzky. Gretzky centers. Rudy down. The puck knocked away from him. Now he reaches out and covers it. Holds on for a face-off.
Close call. Edmonton right back on the doorstep of Kelly Rudy. They had a couple of loose players in there as Gretzky helped get the puck to him. Kelly Rudy reached between the picket fence of legs and grabbed onto the puck, stopping the play. Take another look at that action from behind the net. Here's the play as it comes through. There's the stop by Kelly Rudy. The puck is out in front of him, and finally he reaches out. You can see him reach with his left hand as far as he could. Grabbed onto the puck and stopped the play. Edmonton putting some pressure on. It's been give and take, back and forth here in the second period. It was tied at 2 at the end of 1, and it's now tied at 3 with Krushelnyski for Edmonton and Vasson for the Islanders. There has been a change. They changed Greg Gilbert's assist to Brad Lauer.
No, they've taken away from Lauer and given it to Gilbert.
Excuse me. I should have looked at the sheet first instead of read what I just saw in front of me. Thanks for correcting me.
Brent Sutter following the draw, kicking the puck out into the center ice area. Fior comes out of the net, handles it, plays it up to Glass. Knocked down by Dale Henry, then he runs into Huddy. The Oilers fail to clear it out. Conroy's shot, stick save by Fior, and the puck goes up into the seats. 6 minutes and 8 seconds remaining in the second period. Your score at the Nassau Coliseum is all even at 3-3.
Right, a shot stopped by Grant Fior, a beauty. Here's the chance by Steve Conroy. That's the second time in this period he's had a good scoring opportunity, stopped by Grant Fior.
Basson and McTavish on the face-off, and Ray Scapanello, who ended up refereeing the game between the Rangers and the Oilers on Thursday night, backed them up, then got caught, it appeared, when the puck was dropped, and out comes McTavish. So Courtnall, Basson steps in front of him. McTavish centers right between Courtnall's skates, and it's brought out by Randy Wood. Down the right side, Gregg moves over on Wood, who drops the puck for Gilbert. He shoots Fior the save. Gilbert wouldn't get to the rebound as Wood did some job on Fior, and now the Oilers attack Randy Wood, drag him to the ice, and pound away on him. Well.
Randy Wood started the play up through the middle of the ice. He ends up getting a thumping as he gets in close to Grant Fior. It's a take your pick kind of thing. Did Fior come out too far? Did Randy Wood go in too close? Gregson is signaling a couple of penalties here. Ooh, look at Basson at the top of your screen take a fall. There's Randy Wood as he runs into Grant Fior. Then he gets beat upon here by a couple of the Edmonton Oilers. Dykstra is one of them. So the fans express their displeasure. Here's Randy Wood as he fakes, held the puck, dropped it back to Greg Gilbert. Basson gets knocked down at the top left of your screen. There's the shot, stopped by Fior. Randy Wood, you can see he's well inside the goal crease. He had his right leg a good foot and a half inside, ran into the goaltender. Dykstra is in the penalty box inside, ran into the goaltender. Dykstra is in the penalty box for Edmonton. Randy Wood. Roughing penalties to Dykstra and Wood.
Teams remain at 6 aside. LaFontaine with King and Kerr. Morrow and Norton together on defense. Oilers cleared out. Krushelnyski shooting it into the Islanders zone, right to Kelly Rudy. Taken now by Jeff Norton. 5.5 minutes to play in the second period. Norton's clearing attempt off the glass. Taken by Krushelnyski. Went to center one that hit LaFontaine. Norton tying up Acton on the boards. LaFontaine moves in as Norton tried the other direction and is met by McClellan. Puck goes to Derek King. Back of the net to Norton. Norton up the right side. Alan Kerr pulls it back from a check. Gave it away, however. Now Morrow ties up Krushelnyski. The Oilers center, nobody there, and Gary King comes out with it. 3-on-2 at center ice. King over the Edmonton blue line. The pass to LaFontaine, and Tour makes the save. Kerr goes after the rebound. Krushelnyski gets to it first. Puts it inside the Islander territory. We watch Dudek going in front of his own net, now clearing it out to center ice. Edmonton in the middle of the player change. Dudek can't get a stick on it. Krushelnyski has dumped it in. Murray in forechecking. Potvin comes out of the corner, controlling the puck. The pass to King. King over the blue line. So was Kerr here on the right side. Kerr and Tikkanen with the sticks up a little bit. Ray Scapanello chasing Kerr out into the center ice zone. Mr. Scapanello said that the action at the Garden on Thursday was the first that he had ever refereed in the NHL. And now they're going to add penalties to Tikkanen and Kerr, a pair of 10s going to the box.
Alan Kerr joining Randy Wood in exchange.
2 minutes each for roughing.
Roughing penalties. Ray Scapanello, when Newell was hurt the other night, took over as referee in the first period. Some heavy action in the hockey game, but I would have to think that he is one of maybe 2 or 3 linesmen in the league that I would love to have referee the game if something happens to the referee. As a matter of fact, he's probably as good and better than some of the referees, for heaven's sake. The experience he has, and the players have a great respect for him. And under the circumstances, he would operate admirably.
Well, plus he's a pretty good stand-up comedian, too. He had some one-liners.
And Pat DiPuzzo, I understand, was watching the hockey game on television, and because he lives that close, he jumped in his car, raced over, and was able to participate in the final 2 periods of the hockey game. Good play by Pat DiPuzzo from home. Pays to pay attention.
Sure do. Potvin and Dudek on defense. Trottier sends his man down the left side. That's Crom cutting inside at the blue line, but Makela had stepped in ahead of the play, and that gets the whistle on an offside. 4 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the second period. A 3-3 tie here at the Nassau Coliseum. You look at Richard Crom, who has gone 48 games without a goal. He has had 7 assists in that stretch. 57 shots on goal, and he's had some outstanding scoring opportunities. Has been robbed by goaltenders, robbed by goal posts, and pucks that bounced away from him. You know that one of these times it'll go in.
I suppose if you go a certain amount of time, it works in reverse. You probably get more attention for not scoring one. What is one more goal going to do for? He's not going to give him a bonus, I don't think.
Not now, anyway. 4 games remaining in the regular season following tonight's play. Muni just grabbed the puck, pulled it into his body, and let them play on.
That's a great move by the referee. Let them play on, exactly.
Puck comes to the line. Potvin brought it back in offside, and we get the whistle. Have you ever been to Glen, Montana?
I don't think I've been to Montana.
There's a lady in Glen, Montana tuned in tonight because of a satellite dish in her yard, and she knows that Glenn Newland from San Diego, California also has one tuned into Sports Channel tonight from the Coliseum in Nassau County. Connie Stefanik wants us to say hello to Glenn Newland. Now, we're not supposed to do that. But I guess we just did. Are we playing Cupid here, Connie? What are we doing?
Yeah. On a closer contact in Palm Springs, where I had the opportunity to play a little golf and meet some old friends and make some new ones, I met a fella and played golf with a guy named Paul Messier. And for some of our senior sports watchers, he played for the Giants in 1938 and 39. And is in some way related to Mark Messier.
3-3 is your score. Gilbert with a shot up high, grabbed and held by Grant Fuhr. With 3 minutes and 13 seconds left in the second period, 3-3.
I give up, Brian.
Listen, Rick, hockey players are a lot like the vehicles of Van Buren GMC.
You mean tough, durable, and stylish?
Right. So when you're skating, think of the smooth ride vehicles from Van Buren provide on any surface. And when you're shooting, be confident like Mr. Goodwrench, because no one knows your GM truck better, no one. Then put it all together while remembering anything cars can do, Van Buren can do better.
Nice shot, Rick.
Thanks, Brian.
so as not to confuse my Paul Messier story, it was the football Giants that he played for. He went on to become a doctor of ophthalmology and retired and lives in the Palm Springs area. A wonderful man, a good golfer. And you could tell that he had been an athlete in his years. Let's take a look at Sports Channel's out-of-town scoreboard. Understand that 2-0 now, Philadelphia leading the Winnipeg Jets in the second period. Of course, that has a lot of significance as far as we're concerned. 1-1, Hartford and Minnesota. Minnesota, of course, battling for a playoff spot, and Calgary leads Vancouver 1-0, and that's very important for Vancouver.
Now Greg Gilbert shoots one in from the blue line. That's turned aside by Fuhr. Johnny Huddy with it. Huddy lost it in the corner, went back after it. Got it to Miner, had trouble clearing it out. The Islanders take control. Here's Randy Wood. Turn, got it to Crom, and his shot was blocked by Huddy. Huddy moves it up left wing to Gretzky. Flips it in from the center ice area. Going back forward is Steve Conroy. Curry just pulled Conroy away from the puck. Back of the net, there's Johnson moving it around the boards. Maury Curry puts it back to the goal again. It's picked off by Johnson. Played it up the wing. Basson moves it into center ice, all the way into the Edmonton zone, and back comes Huddy. Huddy falling as he got it to center ice. Anderson takes it across the line with McClellan. The pass off McClellan, off Rudy as well, and he grabs it as it got behind him, but not over the goal line.
Alert play by Kelly Rudy. It's appreciated by the fans here at the Coliseum as McClellan comes braving in. Play by Anderson, and Gretzky sprung him loose. Take a look. Here's Anderson, picks the puck up with his feet. He avoids Thomas Johnson, faked a shot, and then passed it across. McClellan took it in his skates. The puck bounced in the air off the mask of Kelly Rudy, and then Rudy immediately turned and jumped on the loose puck. There's the play, Anderson to McClellan, and the puck up high. Kelly Rudy, you could see it hit him under the arm. He puts his stick down to guard the puck from getting across the goal line, stopping the play.
Now LaFontaine will take the draw against Keith Acton. Morrow is asked to back up onto the edge of the face-off circle, as is Krushelnyski. Mark Wines drops the puck in and out of some skates. It goes back to the point. Dykstra shot one off the stick of Rudy and up into the seats.
Point of interest in the game, 2-0 Philadelphia, leading in the hockey game over Winnipeg. Brad Marsh scored. And then right behind him, Tim Kerr got his first goal of the season. That's the two goals as Wayne, the mustachioed Wayne Gretzky. Take a look at some of the action here as the puck is deflected. There you can see Anderson. He's so quick, his hands, his feet, as he picks up the puck with his feet, charging in, and that was the play by McClellan on Kelly Rudy.
Narcam following number 99 tonight. Saw him originate the play, steering that puck between his feet up to Anderson. Rudy playing the puck to the corner for Gilbert. Now to Trottier. Dumps it out into the center ice zone. Dykstra is back. Steve Dykstra maintains he's related to the Mets' Lenny distantly. Played it around the boards. Back to him. Trottier bumping with his own teammate, is able to come up with it. Then got checked. Taken down by McClellan, but McClellan without a stick thanks to Trottier. Acton with a shot blocked by Norton. Jeff Norton turns. Shot one off the glass, out into the center ice zone it goes. Randy Gregg back for it. To Krushelnyski, tipped it into the Islanders zone, and Morrow will chase it. In comes McTavish. Norton ran a pick on him. Trottier has taken Morrow's pass and dumps one in from center ice. 70 seconds remaining here in the second period. 3-3 is your score at the Nassau Coliseum. King moved it around the boards in the Edmonton end of the ice, and McTavish just dumps it out to center and down into the Islanders zone. Potvin back for it. Banks it off the glass into the Edmonton territory. Muni comes back. Craig Muni to Craig McTavish. He is checked. The Islanders put it back in the Edmonton end of the ice on a delayed offside. Smith with a pass to McSorley. Marty McSorley clears it outside the line. There's King waiting. Gave it to Potvin. Up to King. Tipped it into the Edmonton zone. Muni gets it out of there. Now Diddick will slap it right back in again. Chasing it is Muni. LaFontaine bumps him. King dumps it back of the net. Steve Smith for Edmonton. Moves it to left wing. Jeff Courtnall. Checked by LaFontaine. Now Courtnall. Help from Muni and cleared the zone. Courtnall into the Islander territory. Moves in with a shot. Rudy the save, and there's no further play. It appeared innocent enough through center ice. Then all of a sudden, Courtnall got the opportunity.
Back come the Edmonton Oilers. The Islanders were doing a good job in forechecking them, and here Edmonton break out. Alan Kerr trying to put the check on Courtnall. Then he quick wrists it, gets it up high, tried to put it under the left arm of Kelly Rudy, and really Rudy slams the door. Jeff Courtnall, acquired from the Boston Bruins when they received Andy Moog, as Kelly Rudy takes that shot away from him. Talking about Dykstra and relation, as you look at Kelly Rudy, let me tell you that this is his 45th appearance this season. He's one shy of his personal high set last year.
Formerly with the Buffalo Sabres. The lineup for this face-off to the right of Kelly Rudy. Brent Sutter will take the draw against Mark Messier. Sutter won the draw. There's Simpson dishing it back to the blue line to Huddy. Long shot wide of Rudy. And Dale Henry clears the zone. That will do it for the second period. The Edmonton Oilers took a 3-2 lead early in the period. Midway through the period, the Islanders come back to tie it on a goal by Bob Basson. It was 2-2 at the end of the first period, and now at the end of the second period, thanks to Bob Basson's goal, we have ourselves a 3-3 tie. We'll be back with a recap. Stan Fischler will have his second intermission guest. Our intermission will be underway from the Nassau Coliseum momentarily, where the score is tied. The Islanders 3.
Whether he likes playing the Edmonton Oilers, tell the fans what you told me.
Well, I think for sure, whenever you play against a top team like the Edmonton Oilers and you can match yourself up against them, it's a good way to rate, see how good your team is, and right now we're doing pretty good.
You have a goal in each of the last 3 games, playing the best hockey of your life. How do you feel about your season this year?
Well, at the start of the season, I had a few injuries and things were going my way, but around Christmas time, things started to pick up for me, and Coach Simpson showed a little more confidence in me, and I got a little more ice time, and things are starting to go my way.
At the beginning of the season, what was your realistic goal for yourself? How many goals, assists did you want to have at this time of the year?
Well, I think I set, 15 goals to 20 goals. I know I can score 20 goals in this league, and it's just a matter of playing consistent and having confidence. And, right now, as I'm playing right now, I'm pretty happy, but, there's always room for improvement.
Brad, during the second period, I was down at ice level at the Edmonton end, and you had a pretty close play there. I didn't quite see it all clearly. Tell me what it was like.
I believe it was with Dale Henry. I think he centered the puck across ice, and I just got one hand on. I couldn't get my other hand on for the backhand, but it was a good play by Dale to get around their defenseman, and those are the breaks. Maybe the next one will go in.
What are your impressions of Wayne Gretzky after 2 periods in this game?
Well, you can't. There's the guy's unbelievable. His stats speak for himself. He's obviously the best player in hockey, is the way I see it, and he's going to be the best player for as long as he plays.
Brad, thanks very much. Jiggs?
All right, Stan, at the end of 2 periods here at the Coliseum, 3-3 is your score. 3 goals, as many as the Islanders gave up in the last 3 games of their road trip. But 3-3 with 20 minutes remaining in regulation time.
Like a kid again. In fact, I got to tell you something. The coach, Terry Simpson, told me the day after the injury when you got hit in Philadelphia that was your best game of the season.
Well, I felt so. It didn't take much for that to be my best game because I felt I hadn't played well all season long. And I had a good talk with Terry right before that Philadelphia game. Felt I got everything out in the open. Went out and played a fairly good game, I thought, and then got hurt right at the end and was out for a month. And I really, I went into that month layoff in a bad frame of mind about the injury, but came back and I feel like I'm playing pretty well right now.
What'd you get out in the open?
Well, just a lot of frustration that had built up over the season. I had been benched a few times earlier in the year. Wasn't getting a whole lot of ice time, and also had a few minor injuries, and it was just, things that kept building up, and I needed to get it out in the open.
The night of that Philadelphia game, I was in the studio, and after the episode and the game was over, one of the guys there said, "Why did Kenny Morrow get up when he was hitting the boards?" And my response, and I'm not speaking for you because I'd like to get your response, my response was that it was your instinct as a competitor, you weren't going to, Kenny Morrow was going to lie there on the ice. You wanted to get back in the play no matter what. Am I right or wrong?
Well, I got hit real good. I not only hurt my shoulder, but I got my bell rung pretty good. And I laid on the ice. I looked right at the ref, first of all, and the puck went around the boards, and it got out over the blue line. And the ref took a look at me and looked down the ice, and I saw that he wasn't going to blow the whistle. So at that point, I said I might as well get up and try and make it to the bench. And as soon as I got up, they shot the puck back in, and then I had to play through the play. And, you know, unfortunately, they scored a goal on the play.
Are you going to grow a beard for the playoffs like the guys used to?
I don't know. I'd gone 8 years with a beard, and I finally got up the nerve to shave it off this year. And everybody tells me I look younger, so maybe I'll keep it off.
There's a fellow on the team, number 8, Mr. Jeff Norton. He reminds me of a young Kenny Morrow, the way he plays, almost his build. What's your feeling about that?
Well, that's nice. Thank you. I think he's playing well. The one thing I noticed about him is his maturity. I watched him throughout the Olympics, and he played like a man that's been in the league for a few years. And he steps right in here, and there's a lot of pressure on him to perform, and he's done a great job, and I enjoy playing with him.
Guy on Philadelphia by the name of Brad Marsh mentioned last year that when he is on the bench, the guy he watches on the Islanders is Kenny Morrow. Anybody ever tell you that?
No, that's nice to hear, because I think Brad is a great hockey player. You know, he's been around a long time, and I kind of patterned my game after his, so maybe we can watch each other and learn a little bit.
Good to see you back. Kenny Morrow. We'll be back with Jiggs and Eddie right after this.
Down when the Devils collide with their rivals, the New York Rangers. That's the Devils and the Rangers tomorrow at 1:30, live and exclusive right here on Sports Channel. You can beat the rush. Season tickets for the New York Islanders hockey in 1988-89 are just a phone call away. Call the Islanders Seasons ticket office at 516-794-4100 for your ticket to exciting hockey action. Well, we have a birthday baby connected with the New York Islanders. He was a player, obviously, and now the color analyst on radio, John Potvin, as he sits in his radio booth just down to our left. And Potsy, you can't hear me, but he's 39 years old yesterday. Jean Potvin, we wish you a happy birthday, my friend, and many more of them, and continued success.
Don't fall over the perch there.
Speaking of birthdays, that man celebrated his 44th. President, general manager, coach of the Edmonton Oilers. That man is also 44 years of age. Terry Simpson, coach of the New York Islanders. Alan Kerr of the Islanders will be 24 on Monday. And next Tuesday night, when the Islanders entertain the Philadelphia Flyers here, we can all say happy birthday to Richie Crom. He'll also be 24. 3-3 is your score as the third period gets underway. Jiggs McDonald with Ed Westfall and Stan Fischler here at the Coliseum. The Islanders were into the Edmonton zone briefly, and now Curry comes to center ice. Got it right back from Tikkanen. Couldn't return the favor, and Trottier takes it from back of the Islander net, plays it up to Crom. Crom knocks it away from Muni at the Islander blue line, and there's Curry with a pass to Tikkanen. Gillick took care of him. Makela feeds it back between the skates of Potvin. Now up to Crom. Rich Crom dumps it out across the line, and Tikkanen plays it into his own zone. Steve Smith to Curry. To Gretzky. Over the line, they drop it to Curry. To the backhand. Rudy kicks that aside. It comes right out in front again, and is cleared to the point for Miner. Through a screen, and Rudy covers it. They went off Tikkanen, and Rudy just sprawls on top of the puck.
Edmonton making the first move at the net here in the early stages of the third period. Tikkanen deflecting the shot. Here's the Edmonton Oilers as they come across the line. Gary Curry, backhand shot there, stopped by Kelly Rudy. The pressure continues when the puck goes back to the point. There's the shot. There's the deflection. That one, the kind the goaltenders like. It was slow enough that he had a good read on it and was able to hang on.
Edmonton getting the draw here. Charlie Huddy's shot is blocked by Lauer. Oilers hold it in, playing it back of the net. Simpson trying to put it in front, right into the chest protector of Rudy, who holds onto it for another face-off. There's one other bit of satellite viewer news, or Sat Dish news, that arrived today. I think we'll probably cancel our involvement in the trip to Paradise Island as a result. Ron Lasker has notified us. Now, he's the man who watches on the satellite dish in Delaware constantly, gives us critiques. Well, he gives us other things, too.
Come to think of it, maybe his generosity is enough to force us to stay on that trip and go. His wife's coming too, which I can't believe.
That she'd go with him, you mean?
Well, not for 5 days in a row. I mean, that's glad to hear that the Laskers are joining us.
Messier into the Islander zone, cuts in. Rudy covers the puck and holds on. Good job by Conroy, riding Hurd arm in arm with Messier.
Mark Messier, he makes things happen when he's on the ice. He is making things happen in this hockey game. He skates so well. He dances on his skates. There's Messier. You cannot go after him too soon. Played perfectly here by Steve Conroy. Conroy forced him to make a move and then rode him across behind the net, not allowing Messier. What he wanted to do was cut up in front of the net. 71 assists for Mark Messier this year. Perennially in the top 10 scoring. 36 goals, 71 assists, 107 points. He is a plus 20.
Oilers get the draw. Weiner works it from the blue line and around behind the net. Centered out in front and drilled wide by Anderson. Comes back to Miner. Plays it off the boards and Norton dumps it out to center ice. Miner puts it right back in again. There's Morrill. Pass missed Lauer. The Islanders unable to get control of it. Once Edmonton did, they bring it back across the line offside.
What a good scoring opportunity there for the Edmonton Oilers. Now they've held the Islanders for 2 straight shifts in the Islanders' end of the ice. Blast coming from the right of Kelly Rudy. It was on the left side. Let's take a look at that blast. It was just wide of the corner of the net. There's Kelly Rudy as he out clear the puck. He cleared it to the Edmonton Oilers. Here's the pass back. There's the shot by Anderson. Just inches wide as he one-timed it to the lower right-hand corner.
And keeping an eye on the Edmonton bench, and when Miner went back, John Muckler very animated in his long-range discussion as to what his options were, what he could have done rather than what he did, and what that would have resulted in. And the co-coach doing his job. The Islanders chase the puck into their own end of the ice. Norton up to King, relayed it smartly to LaFontaine, breaks out with Kerr. Pat LaFontaine trying to get in around Gregg, got a step, shoots, he scores!
What a move by Pat LaFontaine as he trudged and steamed through the center ice area, building his speed, and then laid a move on Randy Gregg. And Gregg, who hasn't seen that much of the very quick Pat LaFontaine. Here's how the puck was acquired by LaFontaine. Look at him as he builds his speed, as he digs in and pushes through the center ice area. There was the move. He throws Randy Gregg just for a moment, used his right leg as a screen from the stick of Gregg, and then popped the puck into the top left-hand corner. Pretty goal by LaFontaine, his 45th goal of the season. Watch his right leg here. See him hold it out? Wards off a check from Gregg with the stick and then put it in the top left-hand corner. Nice to watch. A lead for the Islanders now. It's 4-3.
Norton gets an assist along with King. Edmonton back in with a shot that went high and up into the seats. LaFontaine with his 45th goal of the season gives the Islanders the lead again for the first time since 13:06 of the opening period.
His 45th. He has scored 26 of the 45 here at the Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum. Watch his right leg. There. See him hold off the check and then bang. What a beautiful shot. You have to have the hands, folks. You can't do that unless you've got the good hands, the quick hands, as they have seen that kind of hockey. Messier, Gretzky, Anderson, Curry. They do those things.
Dykstra with a shot following the face-off, and that takes off. Deflected into the seats behind Kelly Rudy. Pat LaFontaine, 45 goals now, and 4 games left in the regular season. It takes a little more than a goal-a-game pace to get to 50, as you can figure out.
Yes, and he's not done yet. There's
No.
still 17 minutes and 54 seconds remaining in this hockey game. Of course, Edmonton will probably now, because they are behind, they're on the road, lost their last road game. I wouldn't think that they'd open it up. Of course, Edmonton opens it up pretty quickly anyway. We saw that in the first period. They'd sooner have a gun and run and shoot contest than they would that tight checking, grinding hockey that the Islanders do so well. So we've got a pretty good matchup when you think about it. Now with the Islanders and a 1-goal lead, see how they handle Edmonton. Will they send 2 men in? Will they send 1?
Carrying the puck in is Krushelnyski. Centered one in front. Off top end, off Diddick and wide. Krushelnyski gets it to the point. Here's Randy Gregg with a shot. Blocking glove save by Rudy. Dykstra slaps it back to the net. Rudy's clearing attempt goes over the glass one more time. A break in the action. We still have 17 minutes and 24 seconds to play in the third period. But a goal by Pat LaFontaine has the Islanders in front.
Of all the cars, on all the roads, there's one unconventional choice. An Alfa Romeo with 4 doors. The Milano. Its extraordinary aluminum V6 muscles up to 183 horsepower, and its provocative style will take you where you've never been before. The Alfa Romeo Milano, driven to be different.
The Islanders go ahead 4-3. Back come the Edmonton Oilers. Here's the play in front. Just missed by Acton as he's checked by Gerald Didick. Good play by Didick. Acton with an opportunity, but he couldn't convert the pass as it come across in front of Kelly Rudy.
Trottier on the face-off. Played it back in the net. McSorley got to it. Rudy cut it off as Marty McSorley tried to center one. Good play by Rudy. The Islanders end up icing it. Well, they'll face it off again in the New York Islander end of the ice.
So many times goaltenders can be so helpful to their teammates. That time Kelly Rudy, as he laid his stick down, making an intercept on a play coming from behind and to his left, breaks up the play. Goaltenders, I say in the past 20 years, have become such a big part of not just stopping pucks, but adding to the offense and the defense of hockey teams. Watch Kelly Rudy here as he tries to clear it. Watch what he does with his stick here now. He'll lay it down. Bang. Good defensive move by the goaltender Kelly Rudy. It wasn't a shot on goal, but it was a good defensive move.
Job description is not just stop the puck any longer.
No, they're out in the corners. They're making passes. They're breaking up plays. Third defenseman at times. They have a transitional point now, goaltenders, that they've never had in the earlier years. They go offense to defense, or defense to offense.
You say Jacques Plante, the first to be innovative in that area, going back in the net?
I suppose you could look at a lot of goaltenders and say now that if you wanted to look back, look here.
Deflection just wide, and from back of the net, Gretzky centers one. It's blocked. They don't get it out. Miner with a shot. Pad save by Rudy. Here's Wayne Gretzky trying to put it in front. It's stolen by Norton. Norton clears the zone. Miner brings it right back in again with Gretzky. Miner centers. Gretzky tipped it wide. Tried to golf it out in front again, and it didn't go for him. Brad Lauer shovels it to Gilbert. Bank one off the boards. Huddy picks it up. Gave it to Miner. Now to Curry. He is checked. Gretzky pokes it back to Miner. Into Wayne Gretzky. Gretzky trying to cut through in front. Is checked from behind by Crom. They set it up for Curry, who centers. Trottier stepped in front of Tikkanen. Gets taken down. But moved the puck to Crom. Richie Crom into the Edmonton end of the ice is checked. Makela trying to dump one across the line. It's knocked away. And goes into the penalty box, and play is called.
End-to-end action. Jeff Norton on the ice when Gretzky is out there. Kind of an insurance. The young Norton handles himself so well. He's so good on his skates. Here's Gretzky now as he tries to beat Norton in a one-on-one. Look at the move by Gretzky. A beauty. But look at the balance of Norton. His feet never stop moving. Jeff Norton turned quickly and took the puck away from Gretzky. Not many people can do that. Gretzky with some scoring opportunities. Coming out from the back of the net, avoiding a check from Basson there. He tried to pass it. It went off a skate. Anxious moment for Kelly Rudy.
The Islanders have moved it into the Edmonton end of the ice. Dale Henry tying it up on the boards with Messier. It's kicked loose to Brent Sutter, to Henry. Gets himself away from Messier. The puck in and out of the skates of Brent Sutter. A soccer game at the moment. And Sutter is taken down. Play continues. Oh boy. This is Anderson into the Islander end of the ice. Potvin chased him to the corner. Took Anderson down. Centering effort. Picked off and cleared by Makela. It went off Randy Gregg, so Edmonton has to chase the puck. 5 minutes gone in the third period. The Islanders leading 4-3 as Simpson comes over the line. The pass to Messier. He shoots one that just missed. Comes back to Steve Smith. Kerr right on top of him. There's Simpson. Simpson plays it around behind the net. King collided with Messier. Messier fed Muni. Centers one. Broken up. Out comes Alan Kerr. Kerr checked right at the line, but Sutter has given it to Conroy. Fires a long shot. Fuhr blocks it. It's picked up by Craig Muni. Muni chased from behind the net by King. Gave it to Smith. Flips it out to center for Anderson. On to the right wing for Acton. Acton breaks in, shoots. Rudy kicks it aside, and the rebound goes wide of the net. Steve Conroy flips one high out into center ice, down into the Edmonton zone. The Islanders are going to be called for having iced the puck. A break in the action with 14 minutes and 11 seconds left in the third period. Matt LaFontaine has staked the Islanders to a 4-3 lead.
Dialogue. Exchange with Ray Scampanello, and of course the other sentiment now. LaFontaine and Acton picked it up. Some of the remarks directed at Acton, they took offense to it all, and oh, come on, you're not going to get penalties, Terry Gregson. Please, we haven't had a penalty in this hockey game through the third period as of yet. That doesn't warrant it.
Well, there will be coincidental penalties. Both Acton and LaFontaine have been ticketed by Terry Gregson.
We talked about it being a playoff style game. It is. The players are keeping their sticks down. The skating is there. The hitting is there. The intensity, of course, is there. But at the face-off circle, nothing other than some dialogue. There's LaFontaine and Keith Acton saying a few words, and LaFontaine shoves them. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Can you imagine how many times in a hockey game that penalty could be given? That would pale these two getting penalties. Acton and LaFontaine, two of the least to start a bench-clearing brawl.
Acton will be 30 years of age next month. Went over to Edmonton from Minnesota in exchange for 27-year-old Mo Mantha, defenseman. Oh, the Oilers had a man wide open in front of the net. Couldn't get the puck to McClellan. King slaps one around the boards. Off Smith, picked up by Kerr. Hutchnall turned him around. Kerr chases the puck, brings it to center and gave it to Norton. He dumps it in. Going it after it is Trottier. Knocked it away from Smith. Loose in front, but the Oilers tighten up in time and have moved it to McClellan. McClellan, a long shot. Turned aside by Kelly Rudy. The Islanders just cleared out to center ice. Huddy, Minor, shoots one from the blue line that went wide. Randy Wood gets it to the point. Knocked down. Charlie Huddy with a shot. That's blocked and brought out by Randy Wood. Gives it to Trottier. 2-on-2 at the Edmonton line. Trottier's pass to Wood. Holds onto it. Then dumps it into the corner. Trottier and Huddy in a battle for it. In comes Gilbert. Rubbed Minor out on the boards. Goes after the puck. Played it between the skates of Wood and out to center ice. Backing up with it is Potvin. The pass misses Wood. Edmonton in the middle of the player change, and Tikkanen takes it back of his own goal. The Islanders lead by a goal, 4-3, with 13 minutes to play in the third period. Gretzky playing it into center ice, right to Potvin, now to Basson on left wing. Over the Edmonton line, Basson tried to center one, got it to Potvin, and Fur makes a save on the long shot. Potvin got knocked down with Gretzky. Meantime, the puck back of the net. Randy Wood puts it in front. Gilbert in after it. It's poked away, and here's Gretzky on a break. Wayne Gretzky waits for some help to arrive. Played it to the right side to Curry. Couldn't one-hand it around Potvin. Riddick riding hurt on Gretzky. Takes him out on the boards, and Gilbert feeds the puck out into center ice. It's picked up by Randy Wood. Wood moves it on Dykstra, who blocks the shot. This is Jari Curry starting back for Edmonton. Curry, Tikkanen and Gretzky over the line. The pass to Gretzky, puts it in the middle for Dykstra. Got checked, goes to the corner for it. Played it away from Gretzky. It comes up the left wing boards. Conroy can't get it around Curry. Jari Curry is knocked down as the puck goes to Crom, and he clears it to center ice. Steve Dykstra back, flips one high in the air. That sails off the glass behind Rudy and is recovered by Trottier. Over to Makela. Got a step on Messier as he comes to center. Gave it to Crom. Crom trying to move in deep. Put it in front. Fuhr kicks it aside, and there's Randy Gregg. Fired it to center ice. Norton back. Shot it into the Edmonton zone. The Islanders regain the blue line. But Messier winds up. Mark Messier puts the puck way out in front. Then it's knocked away from him at the Islander blue line and brought back by Norton. Norton dumps it in. Lauer chasing it. Lauer bumped by Steve Smith. Messier puts the puck off the boards for Smith. Smith waiting. Lays it up the right wing boards. The Oilers move it right back to the left side for Messier. Now to Anderson, who couldn't knock it out of the air. Dale Henry to Brent Sutter. He comes over the Edmonton line, moving in on Muti. Gave it to Henry. He shoots Fuhr the save, and Smith knocks it out of the air. Smith overskated it back of the net. It comes right out in front, and Sutter scores! Brad Lauer sets up Brent Sutter.
The Islanders were not backing off. They kept 2 men in, sometimes 3 men in. Glenn Sather not overreacting to the play. 10:57 remaining in the third period. But the Islanders are ahead by 2 now. Some hard work by the Islanders. Some good play. Here's Dale Henry. There's his shot. Stopped by Fuhr. Deflected wide. Smith missed the puck. Passed in front by Lauer. Brent Sutter returned to the scene in front of the net and tapped it in. Take a look again. There's Smith. He had trouble. He overskated it. Lauer falls to the ice, but was able to hammer it in front. Brent Sutter finished the play with a backhand shot under the left arm of Grant Fuhr, and the Islanders now lead by 2. His 27th goal of the season. It's his 198th career goal for Captain Brent Sutter. A timely goal, a big goal here in the third period. The Islanders lead by 2.
Brent Sutter. 2-goal lead now for the Islanders as the captain comes up with a big one. Oilers checked at centers. McSorley couldn't play the puck around Potvin. Dumped it down the ice. Miner picks it up, and that'll be an icing call against the Islanders. We'll take a break here, says capacity crowd, loving what they're seeing. The Islanders in front of the Oilers, 5-3.
Out, but particularly here in the third period. Interesting now, the Islanders have maintained a good pressure on Edmonton. 2 men in, forechecking when they can do it. If they maintain that now, and Edmonton, of course, one of the most explosive teams in the league, are probably going to try and open this thing up for a run and gun.
Delayed penalty call, and now referee Terry Gregson spotting something, signals the penalty. Appears to be a high sticking call against Gerald Diddick. Well, first power play situation since the opening period, and it goes to the Edmonton Oilers. We'll return to take a look at it right after this.
Number 4, there's the stick as it comes up on Craig McTavish. That was the penalty. And the Islanders in a penalty-killing situation, and Edmonton with the big guns on the ice.
Curry taking the puck back in the net, put it out in front to Messier, got chased to the corner. Centers one that's cleared aside by Rudy. Conroy knocked down by Messier. Comes out in front. Brent Sutter is there to take it away from Gretzky. Sutter plays it around the boards. Tikkanen covering at the right point. Holds it into Messier. Keeper for Gretzky. Goes back of the net. His favorite spot. Can he find anybody open? That's the idea. You take away those people. He puts it out in front. Rudy stretches out and makes the save off Yari Curry.
What a stop by Kelly. Rudy stretched his left leg out to get Curry's drive. You'll remember that's the way Curry scored back in the first period, but that time Kelly Rudy got the leg on it.
Now Gretzky with a pass to Curry, had to wait outside the line. Tikkanen gives it to Messier, who dumps one in. Miner went in after it. Kenny Morrow played it up the boards, and it's shot out into center ice by Rich Cron.
Islanders have killed 23 of the last 24 power plays against them, and 29 of the last 33.
Would be a big kill here as Curry comes over center ice on into the Islanders zone. Parks right at the blue line. Played it across. Smith gets it in a little deeper. Messier feeds it back to Smith. To Tikkanen. Now to Smith. He's watched by Trache. Over to Tikkanen. Could not one-time it. Take the shot. Here's Smith. He fakes a drive. Gave it to Messier instead. Now back to Tikkanen. It went off Trache and comes outside the blue line. Tikkanen back for Smith to Messier. Over center ice. Messier, and it slipped off his stick right to Cron. Cron dumps it to the Edmonton zone. Brent Sutter after it. Works it back to Norton. Jeff Norton finds some skating room. Gets over the Edmonton line with Sutter. Norton shot. Oh, Fuhr just got a chunk of that. Norton blistering one. But the Oilers have a 3-on-2 break the other way. The centering pass tipped away. Now Huddy lets it go. Rudy got a piece of that. Johnson starts out on the right side. 3 men back for Edmonton. Johnson across the line on right wing is checked on the boards. Put the puck in the corner, and the Islanders have killed off the penalty time against Diddick. They pick up a loose puck in the Edmonton zone, and Kerr's shot is turned aside by Fuhr. Kerr gets it again on the right wing boards to LaFontaine, to Kerr. Kerr is checked, battles for it again. LaFontaine moves in, knocked it to Kerr. 2 men on top of Kerr. Miner worked it out of the corner, and Krushelnyski plays it around the board. Just under 8 minutes to go in the third period. 5-3. The Islanders are leading on home ice. They came into the game trailing Washington by a point in the Patrick division, and here is Mr. Gretzky. Centers one. Rudy got a piece of it as Dykstra's shot ends up back of the net, and Morrow recovers. Kenny Morrow. Gretzky in forechecking. Morrow plays the puck neatly to Conroy, and he shoots it in from center ice. It bounces off the boards. Recovered by the Edmonton forward, Marty McSorley. McSorley over center ice. McTavish moved in ahead of the puck carrier, and that puts everything offside for Edmonton.
Pad save by Kelly Rudy off Yari Curry. Best scoring opportunity for Edmonton on the power play.
The Islanders win tonight. They move back into a share of, well, they move into sole possession, of first place in the Patrick division. They have Philadelphia coming in on Tuesday, and then head-to-head confrontation with the Washington Caps on Thursday. That will be the final home game for the Islanders this season. The regular season, of course. Finish up with the Devils at New Jersey next Saturday afternoon. And in Boston, Easter Sunday night, a giveaway, and Gilbert just shot it wide. Dykstra handing the puck away in his own end of the ice. Now the Oilers have shot at the length of the ice. We'll get a whistle as Potvin touches up. 6 minutes, 38 seconds to play. In the
almost very costly here, stolen by Greg Gilbert. He turned and shot it just wide of the top right-hand goal post. Edmonton have made some big mistakes in this hockey game. The last big one Smith made, and Brad Lauer passed to Brent Sutter. He gave the Islanders a 2-goal lead. There's Acton and Pat LaFontaine. They went to the penalty box the last time they tried to take a face-off against each other. There they are again.
Arm in arm at center ice. McClellan comes up with a loose puck. It's in deep. Backhanded one. Rudy got a piece of that. And Derek King is unable to clear the zone. Acton with it here on the right wing boards. Lost it. King gets it to the line, but not out. A backhander dribbles wide of Kelly Rudy. Acton reaching for it is met on the play by Conroy, and Alan Kerr clears it out for the Islanders. LaFontaine moving up is hooked from behind by Krushelnyski. Kerr takes the puck off the right wing boards. King gets open centers, and he tipped it wide. Oh my, King was in the goal mouth with Fuhr and couldn't put it by him. Now Norton dumps it in deep. Gary King can't bring it out of the corner. McClellan does. The pass goes on to Acton. He gave it to Simpson. Simpson hasn't seen as much ice time here tonight as we had expected, nor what we saw the last time the two teams were here. But of course, Wayne Gretzky wasn't playing that night. Here's Messier into the Islanders zone. A backhander, Rudy, blocking glove save, and Makela picks the rebound off the right wing boards and carries it to center ice. Dumps one into the Edmonton zone. Anderson goes back for it. And Anderson gave it away to Makela. Cuts through in front on the backhand. Couldn't get a shot away. Makela to Diddick. His drive grabbed by Fuhr, and there's no further play.
Mikko Makela stealing a puck with a good play. Diddick finishing it off with a shot on goal. Makela stole the puck in the offensive zone. Here's the puck as it comes out. An errant pass, actually. Good job as he controls it. Look at the stick work by Mikko Makela. There, he passes it to Diddick. He fires it up high. Grant Fuhr picks it off. Say hello to the exciting taste of Mexican fast food at your neighborhood Taco Bell restaurant.
Edmonton is out shooting the Islanders 32-30 with 5 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in the third period. Brent Sutter on the faceoff. Edmonton got the draw, and here's Smith from back of the net. The pass to Muni, up to Curry. Turns the other direction with it. Yari Curry finds some skating room. Lauer over to knock it away from him. Smith had it momentarily, but now Diddick forces the Oilers to chase it once more. Tikkanen waiting back of the net. Curry comes this direction. The pass went the other way. Tikkanen got it back from Smith. Comes over center ice and shoots it in wide of Rudy. Comes off the boards for Denny Potvin. Potvin with one of the 5 Islander goals tonight. 310th career goal. There's Randy Gregg with a cross-ice pass. Dykstra found Gretzky open on right wing. Gretzky to Curry, and he shot it wide of Rudy. Tikkanen is checked by Diddick. Dykstra able to put the puck back in the net again. Potvin comes over to help out. Manny Potvin pulls it away from Curry, comes to center with a pass to Wood. Wood skirts the check. Oilers able to get the puck to Dykstra, then he is bumped. It ends up at the center ice zone. Thomas Johnson across to Conroy on the left side. Puts it in the opposite corner. Dykstra chasing it for Edmonton. Slapped it off the glass right to Greg Gilbert. Gilbert puts it back in the net. We have less than 4 minutes to go in the third period. Gretzky checked in his own zone. The puck cleared to the corner for Simpson. Gave it away to Gilbert. Greg Gilbert nudges one in front. Oh, Wood got turned around. Couldn't get a handle on it. And Simpson rounds the net for Edmonton. The pass to Curry. Curry into the center ice zone. Gave it to Simpson. He's over the Islander line to Curry. What a stop by Kelly Rudy. It's underneath it, but the whistle had sounded on an offside to begin with, and the Islanders over to discuss the matter with Jari Curry and the rest of the Oilers. 3 minutes and 37 seconds left in the third period. Avis. Yes, Avis. Now we're trying harder than ever, as is Kelly Rudy.
And doing it successfully. Had a fairly long shot. He had a good look at it and made the stop. Close call for Randy Wood. Down at the other end, he got knocked off balance just as he turned around. Had a puck in the open side of the ice. Here's how it all started with that shot. Watch the puck there. He turns quickly, but he's just a little too late. Randy Wood with an open net and a loose puck, but he couldn't get a hold of it. You know that Randy Wood, with his 21 goals, he scored more goals than any American-born rookie in Islanders history.
Here's another Islander. American-born. Norton got it to Henry. It's Norton that I was referring to, in case you're wondering.
Well, you have to remember that Pat LaFontaine had 19 goals, but that was after joining the team after the Olympic Games in '84.
3 minutes and 14 seconds. The time remaining here as the puck was frozen in front of the Edmonton bench. You look at Captain Brent Sutter. I had one of those quickie quizzes for you tonight. See if you could name the first captain of the Edmonton Oilers in their NHL history.
Good.
Who was the captain of the Edmonton Oilers in 79-80?
1979.
Yeah.
1979. I don't know.
Ron Chipperfield. Who? Ron Chipperfield was the first captain of the Oilers in their NHL history. Norton puts the puck high over the glass, and there will be a face-off in the center ice area. 2:59, the time remaining here. A lot of other games in the NHL.
Wow, Philadelphia, as we would expect, leading Winnipeg 4-0 in the third. We'll give you updates and scores and all that in the post-game show. Philadelphia, who are desperate for a win, leading in that game. He's not desperate for a win, but he'd like to have it. Calgary, in their game with the Vancouver Canucks, they lead 2-0 now in the second period. If the Islanders hold on here and win against Edmonton, and Calgary win their game against Vancouver, the first time ever that the Calgary franchise, going back to Atlanta, would win a championship of any kind.
Big, strong hockey team. Goal questioning questionable. Goaltending questionable. Gilbert gets the puck into the Edmonton zone. McClellan takes it from Fuhr. A little less than 3 minutes to play. The Islanders get to a loose puck. Conroy with a shot. Glove save by Grant Fuhr.
What scoring chances?
Conroy again. Now 2 minutes and 39 seconds remaining in the third period. Look at that lead.
Daddy always told me that cars are like people. In the winter, they need extra special care. That's why you should bring your car in from out of the cold to the professional parts people at Auto-Right stores.
Now featuring Fram filters, Auto-Light spark plugs, wire sets, and battery cables.
Auto-Right stores will help you. Auto-Right stores help you get things done.
Steve Conroy had two good scoring chances in the second period. He gets another one here, and Grant Fuhr, what a stop by Fuhr. He's off balance, but he got his catching mitt in front of it. Hung on and stopped the play. We go to live action and a face-off.
Trottier on the draw has Crom and Makela with him. Conroy and Johnson on defense. The Oilers play it around to the left side for Gretzky. Wayne Gretzky puts it in center ice. McClellan got a poke at it. The Islanders put it right back in the Edmonton zone. It'll be picked up by Gregg. Curry plays one across into the center ice zone. That's Simpson chasing it. Gretzky picks it up, shoots just wide, and it bounces up left wing, and Trottier clears it out. Randy Gregg with a pass off Gretzky's stick at the Islander line. Gretzky gets to it again, is checked, and Trottier puts it in the center ice zone. Gregg to Curry. Gregg one to the open wing. Morrow moves that into center ice. Gregg with a pass to Gretzky, hanging at the blue line. And he has played it outside the Islander zone. We have less than 2 minutes to go. Charlie Huddy flips it into the Islander end of the ice. Back for to Steve Conroy. Conroy up to Trottier. The Islanders trying to make it 4 consecutive wins and 5 games without a loss. And 2 in a row over Edmonton as they lead 5-3 with 1.5 minutes to play. Miner can't get it deeper in the Islander zone, and Derek King breaks out with it. Working on Huddy as he gets into the Edmonton zone, waits for Kerr. The pass jumps over his stick. Alan Kerr puts it back in the net. There's Curry. Harry Curry twisting and turning to get away from LaFontaine. Moved it up the boards, and it shot right back in as it went off Messier's stick. Forechecking of Kerr now as he tries to knock the puck loose, and does. Messier back for it. The crowd spelling an Islander win in the first place situation in the Patrick Division. Applauding the Islanders. Fuhr has gone to the Edmonton bench. Centering effort goes to King, and he clears it out down the ice. Edmonton could have played it. There won't be an icing call. 50 seconds left. Quickly, they move it to the right side. Check was Gregg. He gets it again and dumps it into the Islander zone. Jeff Morton is back. Morton up the boards to the blue line where it hit Gregg and is brought outside the line by Messier. Steve Smith slams it in around the boards. It comes to Gretzky, centers. There's Courtnall with a shot. Glove save by Rudy. Drops it off. Lays it up the boards to Greg Gilbert. Can't get it out. Gretzky goes back to the net. Tries a wraparound. Shoots and scores! Wayne Gretzky with 20 seconds left. Gretzky was slammed to the ice after putting the puck by Rudy and is slow to get up.
I didn't think he got hit that hard, but apparently Dale Henry may have caught him. Gretzky was very vulnerable. What a play. His 38th goal of the season. He may have hurt himself falling. Watch this as he comes around. He's done this 2 or 3 times tonight. Gets away from Norton. Held the puck just long enough. Kelly Rudy committed himself. Then he put it over top of him into the net. His 38th goal of the season. It's now 5-4. Gretzky from behind the net here. Turns, there's the shot. Keep an eye as the camera obviously has to follow the puck. Gretzky gets hit from behind, but it didn't appear that he got hit that hard by Dale Henry. You can see him in some pain as he falls to the ice. So it's a timeout now called, a 5-4 lead for the Islanders. 20 seconds remaining in the hockey game.
Courtnall gets the only assist. Well, with 20 seconds left, Edmonton taking the timeout. Kelly Rudy over at the bench talking to Bill Smith. Bob Nystrom got a word in as well.
Goal and 2 assists for Gretzky tonight. He set up goals in the first period by Anderson and Curry, and then, of course, scored this one. A ho-hum night for Wayne Gretzky.
Not a bad night for Derek King of the Islanders. He'll be the guest on the pregame show again Tuesday night. Recall tonight on the pregame show, he said that if the Islanders get 5 goals, they'll win. Well, it's not over yet. 20 seconds left. Edmonton without a goaltender. They're going to go with 6 men right from the faceoff here.
My kind of strategy. Jeff Norton has had another good hockey game returning to the Islanders lineup after missing a couple of games. As Bob Bassett returns to the lineup, scores a goal after being hurt a week ago in Washington on the Friday night.
Now for the Islanders, it'll be Brent Sutter, Brian Trottier, and Alan Kerr with Morrow and Potvin on defense. Edmonton with 5 men stretched out at the center ice zone, but the Islanders get the draw. Morrow shot one off Miner. He got tripped up by Sutter, and it's shot down the ice by Alan Kerr. 12 seconds left. Here is Gretzky. Lead pass up the left side. 8 seconds left as they put it in the Islanders zone, and Potvin takes it back to the net. Plays it around the boards with 3, 2, 1. It's all over. The Islanders have moved back into first place in the Patrick Division. They've beaten the Edmonton Oilers for the second time this season here at the Coliseum. 5-4 is the final score. Brent Sutter's goal midway through the third period turns out to be the winner. Gary Simpson again out on the ice to congratulate his team, and especially goaltender Kelly Rudy. There are your standings up to the moment. The Islanders with 84 points and a 5-4 win tonight as Kelly Rudy records his 21st victory, 15 of them before the hometown folks here at the Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum. Edmonton outshot the Islanders by a margin of 5 in the third period. But they're in first place, leading the Patrick Division as they head for the dressing room. They came home in first place from an outstanding road trip and beat the defending Stanley Cup champions. Your final score tonight is the Islanders 5, the Oilers 4. We'll be back with a recap following these messages.
Place, which is something that I think this team is shooting for right now, besides trying just to play well and getting ourselves ready for playoffs.
Before the game, Jiggs and Eddie and myself were saying this was going to be a very difficult game because the Edmonton Oilers were smarting from the defeat they had at Madison Square Garden, and I thought you guys had to really take your game up a notch to handle them.
Well, there was no question. We knew they were going to come out. They didn't, I guess, supposedly they didn't play that well in New York against the Rangers, and we were prepared to play tonight. We knew what it was going to take, and you know, everybody did what they had to do, and it was a big win. It was, you know, it took everybody to win, and that's what I think is called a team effort, and that's what this team needs to win.
What you had to do was play defense as well as play offense. You got the winning goal. Tell me what you remember about the goal that won the game.
Well, I remember us going down to 3-on-2, and I dropped it to Dale Henry, and he got a shot, and the puck went in the corner, and one of their defensemen picked it up. I'm not sure who it was, and when he started going around the net, and Brad Lauer forced him, and he coughed the puck up and bounced over his stick or whatever, and Brad, you know, with some great second effort, was able to throw it out in front, and you know, I just tried to backhand it and try to get it on net and see what happens, and fortunate enough to win in.
I noticed that the club was playing offensive defense toward the last half of the third period, and it almost paid off a couple of goals there. Greg Gilbert nearly had one, a couple of other guys.
Well, I think that's shows what kind of, you know, if we do our system right, you know, those things, you know, we're going to get our chances. Is basically we just want to take care of our own end and make sure that we play well on our own end and try to keep the goals against down. We know we're going to get the chances, and everyone knocked us at the start of the year and said we didn't have enough goals in the room, but you know, we got a lot of guys that can put the puck in the net, and a lot of guys work hard, and if you work hard, it's going to compensate for whatever else you might be lacking.
Well, Jimmy Durante might have said, deny that if you can. You can't deny it. He is Mr. Hustle. Fred Sutter, the captain, got the winner tonight. Jiggs?
All right, Stan, 5-4 is your final score. After the Edmonton Oilers had ousted the Islanders in the Stanley Cup Final of 1984, the Islanders had gone 10 games without beating Edmonton. Now they've beaten them back-to-back. In the third period tonight, they're outshot 15-10. And on the game, the Edmonton Oilers have 34 shots. The Islanders have 31. The game was tied 3-3 going to the third period. Pat LaFontaine gets his 45th of the season from King and Norton at 1:53. The Islanders lead at 4-3. They extend that to 5-3. At the 9:03 mark, it's Brent Sutter with his 27th of the year from Brad Lauer. 5-3 stood until only 20 seconds left in the game. Wayne Gretzky circles the net. The Oilers with the extra man on the ice, and Gretzky records his 38th of the season. Courtnall gets the assist, and that's the way the game ended. The Islanders beating Edmonton 5-4. The Oilers are 0-3 with the man advantage. The New York Islanders are 0-2 on the power play tonight. Almost playoff hockey.
Yeah, no, not almost in my eyes, Jiggs. I thought it was a playoff game. Both teams were willing to give. I thought that the Oilers played about the kind of a game you